and this is a winnable match for them.
I'm on glove watch. Who can we see out there in the gloves for York City? Alex Newby's got them on that far side, and so is Hiram Boateng in the centre of the park. The rest of the York City players are gloveless, and of course Josh Stones, what a man he is, and Zach Johnson, short sleeves for both of them.
Yeah.
As well as Newby, but he's got the gloves.
Yeah, there's none of them undershorts either, is he? You know, the black undershorts, yeah.
City have it at the back. Mail, that's a bit of a dodgy pass. Under pressure, Kitchen is able to clear down the line, looking for Stones to hold the ball up. Tackle comes into him, but he does hold it up well, does Josh Stones. Gives it back to Kitchen in the left-back position as he spreads it across the edge of his penalty area to this right-hand side to Zach Johnson. What's the referee said here? He's blown up with the ball in place. The ball's gone flat.
How does that happen? Literally, less than a minute into the game, the ball
40 seconds.
Flat. Yeah, I mean, he's checked the ball before kick-off. Crazy.
I wonder if it was in the block tackle that Stones put him when he tried to hold up the play.
Crikey.
That can be the only time, surely, that's happened.
Yeah.
So we have an uncontested drop ball, a new ball that Howe gives out to Johnson. No Morgan Williams in the York City squad here today, and I haven't seen him actually, so I don't think he's travelled. Possibly trying to sort out his house move from somewhere down in the Bristol area, which is where Yeovil train, to somewhere closer to North Yorkshire. I think he hails from Derby, but that's a bit of a trek if he's moved back home.
That is a trek, yeah. You'd imagine he'd be up. If he signed here, he'd hopefully be committed to the club and get himself settled in and become a good acquisition.
Sutton play it back to their goalkeeper. They go long down the centre of the field, and Joku can't get on the end of that one, and Callum Howe has it again on the edge of his own penalty area. He gives it to Zach Johnson. Johnson down the line to Alex Hunt, who turns, plays it forward to Gray. His first touch isn't great, nodded into touch by Bezat Topolodge on this near side. Throw in then directly on halfway. Stuart Gray, they've got huge technical areas here, so there's plenty of room for manoeuvre down there for both sets of management. Johnson has it, goes back once more to Howe. Mail in his all-green kit makes himself available on the penalty spot and lays it off to the left-hand side of his area once more to Mark Kitchen. City yet to beat Sutton United in the years that these two sides have been coming up against each other. Generally it finishes 2-2. Well, there was the 2-1 defeat last season when Will Davis scored a couple of goals at the LNER. So they do score 2 goals every time they play York City to Sutton United.
We've got over the bogey team thing, haven't we now?
Well, fingers crossed. We'll let you know come 5 o'clock. But you imagine that it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Sutton do score 2 here and York City just go and score 3, because generally it's what they do.
Yes. Yeah, I'll take that right now.
It'll be entertaining.
Yeah.
Sutton have it at the back on the right-hand side, and they play it back to their goalkeeper, Jap Sims, former Braintree man. He sends it across to Topolodge on this left-hand side, currently running forward down the left wing. Gets past Alex Hunt, plays it down the line, cut out though by Howe, but he gives possession away to Ogbonna. Ogbonna turns, Batty can't get it off him, both number 18s battling together there. And then Taylor, the captain, the former Eastleigh man in the centre of the park. Signed actually from Eastleigh just before York City went to Eastleigh this season, the same week, and they have it with Topolodge on this left-hand side, having his shirt pulled by Hunt. Referee doesn't give anything. Should really have been a free kick there to the home side on the edge of the York City penalty area. Hunt got away with one. It was on the blind side. Sutton were appealing for it, and it goes into touch free. Well, I thought it was going to be a York City throw, and so did Stuart Maynard. They're giving it to Sutton, I think, possibly realising there was an error, so he's given the throw in the other way as well. City have it in the right-back position with Gray. Gives it to Hunt, and he's fouled on the edge of his box, and that'll be a free kick to York City. 0-0. BBC Radio York, 3.5 minutes gone. City yet to really get into their groove going forward. Kitchen under pressure. That's blocked that attempted pass across the area to Howe. It does manage to find him, but again, a little bit fortunate.
A bit scrappy as well.
Very scrappy. Stones heads it down the left-hand side, and it goes into touch in front of the York City fans on the far side of the field. 0-0. Your thoughts on the opening 5 minutes, Ian Dunn?
Yeah, the ball's zipping around quite quickly. You can see that Sutton look like a team that probably want to play football as well. So, it should settle into a decent rhythm, hopefully. But City need to get on the ball a bit. Sutton certainly having more in the opening stages, but it's so early.
City have it now. Batty, but he's put under pressure immediately, and Hunt puts that into touch when he can't find a teammate in Gray on this near side, and it goes out of play once again for a throw-in just inside their own half that Topolodge gets ready to take. He's got Ogbonna down the line if he wants to. He's taken an awfully long time here, and then he does go down the line and throws it forward towards Njoku, and he's headed into touch by York City, and it'll be another throw-in to the home side. Back they go to Muller. He's come home to play for Sutton United, born in Croydon after a spell away in Ireland. And now across the right-hand side. In fact, there's 2 or 3 players actually in this Sutton United side who were born in this area. Stones is flagged offside near the corner flag on the far side of the ground. So playing, I don't want to say their hometown club because obviously it's London. There's lots of clubs in this area, but I don't think there's anyone in the York City squad apart from Rory Watson, who's actually from York.
From the vicinity of York, even. Yeah. Fallowfield, around Fallowfield. I think. Is he cool?
Yes, I think he is.
York. Yeah.
Yes. Free kick on this near side. Topolodge was fouled. Who's the referee going to have a word with here? It's Johnson, but it's just a quiet word, I think. And the referee in his, what colour shirt is the referee wearing today, Ian?
You've got to say that is a version of, oh my word,
purple?
Parma Violet.
Oh yes, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, it's a Parma Violet refereeing kit. Very good.
Out. Yeah.
Do you like Parma Violets?
Love them.
Do you?
I do actually. Yeah.
They're a bit Marmite, aren't the Parma Violets?
Yeah.
Not the biggest fan.
Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't go out and buy them. If someone's offering me one, I would have one and enjoy it.
So we're not having Parma Violets for dinner tonight. We're sticking to a well-known chicken restaurant.
I'm not into Parma Violets.
Right,
I got that all wrong.
Topolodge on this left-hand side.
I was just happy with the call.
Gets it back from the throw-in. Simper. Round the corner it goes to Charlie Bell. So to the right-hand side now. Edge of the York City penalty. You can put a cross in. Down the line they go. It's the penalty area. And it's cut out in that penalty area and put behind for a corner kick by sliding. Who's that at the far side? Is that Johnson who's been dragged all the way across?
I think it's Zach Johnson who's dragged.
No, it's not, it's someone else. Who's that? It's Ollie Pearce.
It's Ollie Pearce. Dragged. That is almost inside the 6-yard box.
He's on the byline, Ollie Pearce there. Back out, helping. The deepest York City player there was Ollie Pearce. The work rate is phenomenal.
It really is. Yeah. You got your striker doing that willingly. You know you're into a good thing.
So first corner kick goes to the home team, and it comes now. It's a swirling one, and they win the first contact as well. Not cleared yet, and the second. The shot comes in, and the score of Sutton United. That is a mess from York City from the corner. Didn't win the first contact, didn't win the second contact, and then it was nodded down. He just swept it home into the bottom right-hand corner of Harrison Mayle's goal. Sutton United 1, York City 0 after just 4 or 5 minutes here at Sutton.
Yeah, that's scrappy. Scrappy has been kind, I think. Ollie Pearce has done his best to help his defence out. But when you need your defence to defend, it just didn't there. Unfortunately, Sutton have benefited from, I don't know if is it a lapse or just a mess?
It's poor, really, really poor from York City. It's Will Tizard, the big centre-back, just his second goal of the season. It's actually 7 minutes gone. My stop clock has stopped in the coal there at some point. That's why I looked down, it said 4 minutes. I thought it was a bit weird. So they take the early lead. We talked about City may need to score 3 goals to win this game. Well, they definitely need to score 2 now.
They do. It just, yeah, I mean, the corners come in and City just haven't dealt with it at all. At all.
Do City have a problem in the area?
I don't know. I honestly,
we talked the last game about Callum Howard's the longest spell without a goal that he's had in his career. He doesn't win many first balls into the area now from corners as well because they're so badly delivered or poorly delivered.
The problem with that goal conceding just then was that, listen, if the opposition put a good ball in and the big man wins it first, there's not much you can do. What you've got to do, you've got to win the second ball. That has dropped in the 18.
The second or the third?
No, that has dropped in the 18-yard box twice, and no one's got near the Sutton player. So something for City to work on, definitely. I mean, I think Stuart Maynard will be unhappy with that goal. He has to be, because
the defending though at the back when they've been passing it around, they've almost been caught out a couple of times and blocked passes when it's gone across the kitchen. They have been living dangerously already at the back.
I get that. That is how we play. But when you're defending a corner like that, you've got to win the second ball.
Time and a place though, isn't there? Decision making.
Yeah.
Kitchen forward to Pearce, who's really deep again. That's a poor pass from Ollie Pearce. It goes all the way through actually to Harrison Mayle this time, and he lays it off to Johnson on this right hand side. He gives it to Batty in the centre. Now to Boateng to Pearce, gives it back to Hiram Boateng, just short of halfway. Then he plays a ball over the top, looking for Pearce, the on-rushing Pearce. Goalkeeper comes out of his area, Sims, and he slices that into touch for a York City throw, and the police officer on that far side has to duck out of the way so she doesn't take one in the face.
She really didn't want that in the face.
Not on a cold day like this.
Not on a cold day like this, no.
Yeah.
The only positive is, David, and I know it's cliched, is that they've scored early on. It gives City plenty of time to get back in this match. They now know exactly what they've got to do. They've got to score 2 to win this match. 1 isn't enough anymore.
They're not on the greatest run of form
2.
either, Sutton United. I know they have picked up under Chris Aguta since he arrived here. And they've been unbeaten at home since he arrived a couple of months ago, maybe 3 months ago actually. 3 wins and 2 draws from their 5 games here. but they've lost 4 and only drawn 1 of their last 5 league games.
Wow.
And the league table at this stage of the season does not lie.
Yeah, they've just caught City cold there. The defence, not winning the first ball is acceptable. Not being in contention for the second and I think probably third, that isn't acceptable. You've got to react. You've got to be, Callum Howe can't win everything in the air. Even though I think he does win most things in the air. But if they've got a good corner, it comes in. That second ball is so vital. If they don't score direct, you've got to be in contention for the second one because that was just too easy for Sutton to score.
So City have it at the back once more. They're seeing a lot of it at the back of Kitchen and Howe and Johnson. Lots of square passes. Now they've gone back to Mail on the edge of his penalty area.
They're building patiently. This hasn't changed. This is how we play.
Kitchen now on the left-hand side.
Sutton are closing us down there, going for
possibly
us.
His first touch. Tries to send it forward, gives away possession. Picked out by the goal scorer Tizard, and he bursts forward.
That's where that breaks down. You play all the nice football at the back, but then if your next ball forward goes straight to a Sutton player and you're giving away possession, what you've just done becomes irrelevant.
That was a slice clearance as well from Batty at the back, and now he has to challenge for the aerial ball. Newby's caught as he tries to hack it clear, and a free kick is given to York City in the left-back position in front of the York City fans on the far side of the ground. Sutton 1, York City 0. Johnson on the edge of his penalty area gets it from Mail. Intercepted, doesn't find Gray. Got past him. Ogbonna, edge of the area, cut him aside to Simper on the edge of the box. Can't find a yellow shirt though, and City are going to get away with it once more. But it's sloppy at the back from York. Poor clearance again. Shot comes in and it's over the bar from 20 yards. A curling shot. 2 errors there in that passage of play from York City. They could have been punished on either. They need to wake up.
Yeah, well, Sutton have woke up. They're on the front foot. City. And neither on the front foot or back foot right now. They're flat-footed and they look a little bit caught out by the speed at which Sutton have started this match. They're well up for it. City are going to have to adapt to this and quickly.
Callum Howe takes the goal kick, lays it across the 6-yard box to Mail, who continues to move it across to Johnson. He goes long downfield looking for Stones, but that's a bit of a hit and hope pass, to be honest, from Johnson so far. Is kept in play by Hunt on this near side. He finds Stones back round the corner to Hunt, who's gone round the back, crossing position. He should have put a cross in. I'm not sure what he's done there. He's lost his bearings totally, Alex Hunt, and just run that behind for a goal kick. He tried to take an extra touch 2 yards away from the byline.
He did, and he'd worked so hard to get himself into that position. His second touch just let him down a little bit.
Stones gets it back, poor pass from the defender. Stones in the penalty area, goes wide, trying to get a shot away, and he does, but there's a little shove on him. He should have taken the shot on a little bit earlier. It goes behind for a goal kick. No, Pearce doesn't like the decision, but it's definitely a goal kick. He just skewed it wide off his right boot, did Stones. Yeah, took too long.
As he was shooting, he just took a little bit of a nudge there, John. And maybe not enough, but enough to put him off balance.
Yeah, I think it was a fair challenge. It was good defending really in the end, wasn't it? He had a split second. City, it's giving it away at the back, and they have. Who's going to come? Harrison Mail has to gather it. Ooh. Who was that? It was Newby with this ball in his own penalty area to Howe, and Howe slipped.
My gosh.
It's as bad as City have defended for a number of weeks, Ian.
It's end to end, but we do look a little bit vulnerable, I must admit. And I think it's just the speed at which Sutton have started this match. They are absolutely on the front foot.
Mail at the back. And Newby's forced all the way back into his own half. And it's a terrible ball to Howe. Howe does well, actually, to get something on the slide.
Callum Howe does really well there.
Kitchen, this is dangerous as well. Gives it to Boateng. All he can do is turn it first time, left-footed, and hoik it down that left-hand side. Hit and hope, really, from Boateng. And it's a good back heel, though, from Stones, but he can't keep it in play, and it goes out into touch.
Well, right now, with 13, 14 minutes on the clock, Sutton have got the tactics spot on. They're in York City's faces. City are getting a chance to be patient with the ball and to move it around. They are under pressure. As soon as that ball goes back to Callum Howe or Harrison Mail, they're under pressure.
City have won it back though. Stones in the penalty area, pulls it across the face of goal. There's no one there. Batik thought about going for it and then was on his heels. If it had gone first time, he might have got there on the edge of the box, but indecision from him, and Sutton are able to clear.
Yeah, I think Josh Stones did really well there. It was the right idea.
Boateng saves York City again there in the centre of the park. Gives it to Johnson, who plays it back to his goalkeeper. And Johnson's pushed over his penalty area. City again playing out from the back. Batty in the penalty area. But then again... They're getting this all wrong at the back here, Ian. They're trying to play it around, as they do, but they're under pressure. They're just clearing it straight to yellow shirts, and now they're offside in the centre of Sutton. Yeah. There was big gaps in between Howe and Kitchen there. They fed it through to the forward, but Ajoku had just run offside. Yeah,
listen, these plaudits to Sutton right now. I don't think they can keep this up. Well, hopefully they can't keep it up all game. But the pressure they're putting on City's back line, as soon as a City player gets it, they're under pressure. They've got a yellow shirt right in their faces. I can see change how they're playing slightly. I don't know if that's the answer, to try and get the ball forward a little quicker and try and negate that Sutton press. It's a press. It's a fast press, and
we've not seen either of the wing backs so far in any sort of attacking positions.
No, because they can't get the ball to them, and the wing backs are being marked by their wing backs. So it goes into the back to Batty here. He's straight away under pressure. What do I do with it?
Johnson, he's caught out. Johnson at the back, tackle comes in, and he manages to retrieve it. He's so fortunate there, is Johnson.
Yeah, because he's getting on the ball as soon as he is.
He's trying to overplay.
Yeah, no, but they're under pressure. He doesn't know where to go. There's nowhere to go right now. It's concerning how much pressure Sutton are putting us under.
Mail into midfield to Batty. Batty goes back to Callum Howe. Simper chases him down across to Johnson on this left-hand side. Johnson has to go back to his captain. The press is on again from Sutton at the back.
And where does it go?
Howe in the penalty area has to go long looking for Stones, but it's overhit, and Topolodge gives it back to his goalkeeper.
It's genius from Sutton. They're putting us under so much pressure that when the ball does go forward, we can't find a forward player.
Kitchen nods it forward, straight to a yellow shirt. Picked up again. Simper on the right-hand side. He tries to send it down the line over there, looking for Eccleston. Eccleston can't the end of it, and it goes into touch once more. Sutton United 1, York City 0.
This is the problem, isn't it? They can't get the quality of ball up to the front men because they're under pressure.
The inquest is taking place down there between João Alves and Stuart Maynard. You don't often actually see them standing side by side. Given away again by Johnson to the striker, and he couldn't control it. Free on goal on the edge of his area. Johnson is having an absolute shocker so far today.
Well, he can't handle. He's under such quick pressure. He's not sure what to do with the ball. I can see what City are trying to do. They're trying to suck Sutton in, but Sutton are taking the invite and they're actually benefiting from it.
Kitchen to the left-hand side. There were rumours that Johnson actually would only be staying for the month. That I was hearing a few weeks ago. Not from people inside the football club. You just wonder if Malachi's injury, I know they brought Morgan Williams in, but if that hadn't have happened, if Johnson actually would have gone back.
Johnson, he's looked superb
until today.
But he's not the only one out there. I think Sutton have put us under the pressure, the kind of pressure that maybe we're not used to. You know, teams like even Oldham have sat off us and let us play, whereas Sutton are right in the faces.
Johnson
again
gives a silly ball to Hunt, and Hunt's caught on it and he puts it straight into touch.
But it's how we play, and Sutton know how we play. It's
if I was Ryan Fallafeld, I'd be warming up down this near side.
Yeah. But as soon as he goes into Hunt, who's there? Yellow, Sutton player.
Topolodge with the throw-in on the left. Takes it to Ogbonna. Topolodge tries to get it back. Hunt gives him it back. Good tackle then from Hunt to win it back. There's a little cheeky back heel from Dan Batty in there as well. Gray has it, and Gray can now come forward on the right-hand side. Gets past one man. Tries to feed it to Hunt, but a tackle comes in. They have to win the ball back again here, the yellow shirts. Johnson at the back goes back to his goalkeeper. Mail has time now to spread it across to the left-hand side to Kitchen.
I'm not sure they'll be able to keep this up. This is, they are right on top of City every time City get the ball. So if City can just keep the ball and not concede again, I'd imagine a drop-off from this Sutton side.
Batty lifted over the top, straight to Topolodge to intercept.
No quality on the ball because there's no
City
time
having to go long every single time they get the ball. Johnson on the edge. Once more gives it to Boateng.
There's some games, David, that you just need to change it a little bit, and sometimes it means knocking 5 or 6 straight balls straight over the back of their to push them back almost.
Kitchen comes forward for the first time this afternoon towards the edge of the penalty area. He's got 3 men around him, just swarming around every York City player when they have the ball. And the home team get it back once more. They lead by a goal to 0. They've almost put this behind for a corner kick of Sutton, just overplaying a little bit on that right-hand side. And all they can do is put it into touch for a York City throw-in in an attacking position.
This is where I'd like to see maybe, genuinely miss the midfield out for 5 or 6 minutes. 5 or 6 minutes, miss the midfield out. Let Sutton think there's something different to our game. Make them panic a little bit themselves, thinking the ball's going to come straight over their heads. Instead, we're playing in front of them, and it's playing into their game plan.
How? To Batty. Batty comes across this right-hand side and gives it to Johnson. Hunt back once more to Johnson.
But look, under pressure.
To Mail. Mail's under pressure. He manages to get rid just in time to Howe. There are times, though, I just feel it's needless. Bringing pressure on themselves, York City.
Yeah. The argument might be they're trying to suck Sutton in to disrupt them. The problem is when they suck one in, there's another one coming.
Yeah, they've not been good enough though so far today to be doing that, have they? Hunt now has overrun the ball in the centre of the park, and they've won it back again of the home team.
We don't
Have
look
City put
ourselves.
4 or 5 passes together in an attacking position yet?
We don't look ourselves because of the
Topolodge
pace.
back to his goalkeeper Sims, and they're playing it out to the centre and to Hayden Muller, who does have the yellow skins on underneath his top. Poor ball there, good tackle from Johnson. Stones can't hold it up this time, and the home team win it back once more. Bonner in front of us, then it's played down the left hand side looking for Njoku. He can't get there. Johnson into midfield. Is he giving that away? Oh, and it just finds Boateng. Oh, City Mail now. Boateng back to Mail once more. Back to Boateng on the penalty spot.
I mean, it's worked there. they have plucked away.
Oh, that is intricate.
Yeah.
Boateng can come forward, gives it to Hunt. Hunt first time round the corner to Stones, and he's offside. He was in an offside position. Hunt wasn't to know. Stones really should have got back onside there.
Yeah, lovely play by Alex Hunt. He's just trying to change it up a little bit. First time ball round the corner, but
Stones got caught as well. Now he's hobbling away. Long diagonal ball forward from the home team. They're beating in the air is Newby on the edge of his penalty area. Howe struggling to clear over there. He does. Good header from him. In fact, the referee says he's been fouled as well, so he did really well there, Callum Howe. And that'll be a free kick to York City on the left-hand side of their penalty area. They trail by a goal to 0. Stuart Maynard with a bank of Sutton fans leaning on the fence right at the back of that York City dugout down there beneath us.
With lots to think about.
Ryan Fallowfield gets up off the bench and he's onto the dressing room. Try and keep warm for a few minutes. A few of the York City subs are out warming up. See Joe Felix down there talking to Alex Woodyard. Craig Hewitt's down there, and so is Greg Ollie. City at the back with Johnson to Hunt. He tries to turn. On the stretch. That was a simple pass that almost went badly wrong this time from Hunt. And now Gray tries to get past his man. Topolodge puts it into touch. Thrown to York City.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit rattled here, City.
I'm a bit rattled. Back it goes to Mail from Johnson. Mail across the left-hand side.
Just they need to gather the composure and keep that ball and not do the loose passing if they can. I know they're under pressure, but if they can keep that ball, make Sutton work really hard. They can't keep this up for 90 minutes, can they?
81333 on the text. If you want to send us a message, start it with the word York. 08000 321 333 on WhatsApp. Start it with the word York as Kitchens fouls. He tries to come forward inside left. Referee gives the free kick and a quiet word over there to Lewis Simper. If you're watching the stream, 'cause I know you can watch it today in the UK and listening to us at the same time as many of you do, let us know what you think about this York City performance in the opening quarter, halfway through this first half. Trailing by a goal to 0 and under constant pressure. Johnson down the right hand side to Gray. Gray gets past Ogbonna and comes infield. Gray dinks it across to Kitchen, who does well to control on his chest and gets it out of his feet. Now he comes forward over halfway down the left hand side. City got men forward in this move for probably the first time this afternoon. He gives it to Newby, who comes infield, right footed cross, deep cross. A goalkeeper comes and palms it away from his goal. He could have left it to go out for a goal kick, I think, but he had Stones behind him, so wasn't sure. Hunt picks it up right by the corner flag on this near side. Comes back infield and goes back to Batty, and Batty all the way back to... I thought he was going to give it to Howe, but he turns, does Dan Batty. Gives it back out to Joe Gray on the right hand side. Gray, Hunt goes for the 1-2. Gray's in round the back, the right hand side. Penalty, tries to dick it into the middle, and it's lifted over his own crossbar virtually there, put wide of goal for a York City corner kick, their first of the afternoon.
City's best move so far, David, that.
By a distance.
Yeah, Batty, Hunt, great, lovely football, working away, fashioning away down that right hand side for Joe Gray to get the cross in, and Dan Batty gets a corner.
Well, what can he do here, Batty? We've taken note of some of his corners this season, not been the greatest. Sutton have scored from a corner here today, winning 3 contacts. What can City do in an attacking position from their own set piece? He raises his right arm, does Dan Batty. Then it comes now, swings into the middle. That's a better one. They win the first contact though. Boateng scores! They won the first contact in Sutton, headed it down, and Hiram Boateng just ran onto it from 12 yards. Calmly left-footed into the bottom corner of the net. His first goal of the season, his first goal for York City. They're back on level terms. Yeah. Sutton United 1, York City 1. So,
yeah, good corner from Batty. Really good corner into a danger area. The keeper didn't know whether to come or not. I think there was a little win in there, and who was quickest to the second ball? York City, Hiram Boateng. He has pounced on it. Beautiful finish, really good finish. Left-footed, Hiram Boateng. Keeper had no chance. City back in it.
Yeah, lovely finish. Just showed a bit more endeavour actually than the defender, because he was marked up from the corner was Boateng.
Yeah.
But as soon as the ball was headed down by the Sutton player,
he was alive.
He was on his heels with the Sutton defender. He was alive. and he just calmed. A bit of curl as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And the goalkeeper just couldn't stop it going into his bottom corner.
Yeah, powerful inside of the foot, left foot. Oh, it's a lovely finish, that, you know. That is a cracker.
He got both hands to it as well, the goalkeeper,
Yeah.
but the power did for him.
Yeah. Great move from City to get the corner, and then the goal. Fantastic finish. City back in this match now. What can we do?
Stuart Maynard's having a good moan down there with the fourth official about something.
Might just knock the stuffing out of Sutton a bit. You know, their ambition, their energy they've shown. It might just tire them out, that one.
Boateng then, the goal scorer. Hunt down the line. He has a knack in the previous seasons of... He doesn't score many goals here on Boateng, but when he gets one, on a few occasions he's got two. Even one occasion, I think it was against Harrogate actually for Mansfield, he got a hat-trick in one game.
Do that today, Hiram.
He's like the old London buses were in London.
Yeah. That'd be nice to see.
You can hear the York City fans in the background, packed in the far side of the ground from us. How many are you saying over there, Ian? 400, something like that?
Yes, yeah, there's a good turnout yet again, and we can hear them. That'll warm them up a little bit, because it has been a tough opening 20 minutes to watch for York City.
Kitchen goes forward, cut out at the back, but it's going to be picked up by Boateng. Boateng tries to skip past his man, Stones then can't get on the end of it, and he goes into touch for a Sutton United throw-in. Yeah,
we're just starting to get nearer to the second balls though as well. When it's bobbling around, there's a City player in contention, which maybe wasn't the case in that first 10-15 minutes. And City maybe just getting a grip of this match, and they've took the sting out of Sutton. That goal will knock the stuffing out of them a little bit, I would imagine.
The right back position, ball down the line. Good tackle comes in from Howe. Who's going to win it? It's the yellow shirts that win it. Harris sends it forward down that right, but Newby's going to get there first. In fact, he's going to leave it for Harrison Mail. Comes out of his penalty area and left-footed clears up towards halfway. Pearce haven't been involved at all so far in this game, apart from putting the ball out for the corner actually, that they ended up scoring from Sutton United, but that was good defending from Pearce at that point.
It was.
Boateng wins the header. Into midfield it goes, and the yellow shirts have it once more. On this left-hand side to Ogbonna. Ogbonna's going to run at Gray, comes in field. Now it's a little ball into the penalty area, in around this left-hand side. In it comes to the middle. Good interception by Callum Howe as Bell put in the cross, and City win it back with Gray on the edge of his box, and he gives it to Hunt. Hunt tackled immediately, as he has been since minute one, and Sutton United through Simpert go all the way back to their goalkeeper Jack Sims.
Joe Gray did really well there defensively.
Sims down the right hand side, flicked on that far side by Eccleston, and into touch it goes for a York City throw in deep in their defensive third. Sutton 1, York City 1, and Mark Kitchen over there just placing both his palms down towards the ground, saying, let's just take the sting out of this. Let's just calm down for a couple of minutes. Yeah,
we're the weird team. It's been a tough game to start. Sutton have been on top, but they've just found themselves back in this match. City, gather your composure. Wise words from Mark Kitchen. Calm it down. And it's almost restart, isn't it?
City here at the back once more with Johnson.
Oh, it's a lovely touch.
Nice turn from Alex Hunt. Goes back to Batty. City go back across to Kitchen on the far side.
Oh, he's give it away. He's give it away straight to the Sutton player.
Yep, as he tried to play it forward down that left-hand side. Little back heel from Eccleston. Infield it comes. Eccleston's going to get it back. Simper now. Cross into the York City box. Johnson, good positioning. Heads clear, but straight once more to a yellow shirt. Across this left-hand side it comes to Ogbonna. Ogbonna's behind Gray into the penalty area. Ogbonna gets the cross in, headed away by Howe at his near post, and he goes all the way across the penalty area and out at the far side where they pick it up again. Taylor. Eccleston. Back to Taylor once more. Taylor in the pink boots. Lifted over the top down the right. I think he's overhit that one though, and that'll skip out of play for a goal kick. It remains Sutton United 1, York City 1 as we reach the half-hour mark.
Yeah, and City will be relieved to be back in this match, David. It's, you know, they needed that goal. They needed it to come from somewhere. And what a finish from Hiram Boateng.
Elsewhere in the National League, Aldershot 0, Solihull 1, Woking 1, Hartlepool 0, latest scores. There is a 5:30 game as well. Remember, it's FA Cup and FA Trophy weekend, so there's not many games in the National League today. Braintree against Boston. Glamour tie for the television cameras at 5:30. Johnson. What's that look for, Ian? As if you didn't think I was being very serious there.
Are we going to tune in? Can't wait.
Down the line to Newby. Newby to the left-hand side for Stones. Stones, oh, nice ball infield to Newby. Newby, left-hand side of the penalty area, chips it into the box, over the head of Pearce. Gray can't get there. O'Bonnor heads clear. Stones picks it up back to goal on the edge of the area and has to feed it all the way back to Kitchen. Kitchen on the left gives it to Newby. Newby will run at his man, try and get a crossing, wants to cut back on the right foot. Now it comes in, headed clear at the near post, picked up by Pearce at the edge of the area, and he takes on the shot and he's just wide from 20 yards. Very close from Ollie Pearce on the turn.
Again, really good football from York City. Down the left-hand side this time with Kitchen and Newby involved. And Ollie Pearce just pouncing there. That wasn't far away, I don't think. Good football.
They've
City
woken up.
Definitely back in this match now.
Yeah, City have definitely woken up now, in an attacking sense at least.
Absolutely.
The referee tells the goalkeeper and the Sutton defenders to get on with the goal kicks. They're taking a few too many seconds here. They play it out on this right-hand side to Topolodge, and he goes downfield to Njoku, and then he tries to give the return ball to Harris. Harris can't get there. He apologises because he never continued his run, and it goes through to Harrison Mail. Now to Johnson. Jeff King out warming up as well now on this near side. He plays it out to Batty, does Mail. Now across it goes to Kitchen. Kitchen to Newby. Newby infield to Boateng. Boateng back to Kitchen once more. Under pressure, plays it down the line, evades everybody, and it's going to be picked up at the back by Sutton United, and they go back to their goalkeeper Sims. Sims plays it out on that far side to Tizard, who opened the scoring here for Sutton United. Now it's to Taylor. Back once more to his goalkeeper. Woking have got a second against Hartlepool. Not too far away from here. I know there were some Hartlepool fans coming down your train this morning, Ian.
There was, yep. Enjoying the local, should we call it juice, on the way down at 8 o'clock this morning.
Throw in to Sutton, deep inside their own half on this near side.
It wasn't breakfast juice, I'll put it that way.
Nice little turn with a drag back in there from Topolodge to get away from Hunt. He plays it forward to Njoku. Now it's across to Simper. Simper, the leading goal scorer with 8 goals to his name for Sutton United so far this season, the attacking midfielder on the right hand side to Eccleston. Simper gets it back in a crossing position. He's going to go back though, I think. He's held on to it and gives it back to Eccleston. Junior Eccleston, an academy graduate who's made his way into the first team at Sutton United this season, gets the cross in on the stretch. Howe clears and Kitchen completes that clearance, but he slices it and doesn't get a great contact. Sutton at the edge of the York City penalty area once more. Into the box it comes, offside flag goes up against Jaden Harris.
Yeah, decent defending from York City there. Sutton are very sharp in and around the box, aren't they? The intricate passes, the movement is so quick. And City just getting to grips with that, you feel. But they're a dangerous looking side.
They are, for a team that's in the relegation zone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they've been the better of the two sides here so far, but York City now starting to get to grips.
Yeah, definitely the last 10, 12 minutes. In fact, since the goal, City have got themselves right back into the match. Before that, it was looking a little bit concerning. But they're at it now.
That's a long ball. Bit of hit and hope once more, though, from York City as they play it forward. At the back now, Howe has it for York City. Stones does well, beats his man in the air, Topolodge, then the tackle comes in, Stones wins the throw-in. Referee just wanting a word here with Topolodge and Stones, because there was a little bit of afters in there. Kiss and make up please boys, he says to them. Stones not happy with Topolodge. I think he feels as though he left his foot in a bit on him then when he was on the ground. The referee sorts it out and throw-in's taken back to Johnson. Johnson back to Howe. He gets it again. Nice ball from him to find Hunt. Hunt into midfield to Pearce, who has to let the ball come across him and then turn to find a bit of space that Kitchen can run into. Kitchen in front of the City fans, far side of the ground, gives it to Newby, gets it back again in his orange boots to the goal scorer Boateng. Boateng. Howe. Johnson once more. Johnson to Hunt. No one tracks him down. Oh, he takes his eye for Alex Hunt. The ball gets away from him. Now it sets up an attack for Sutton United with Harris down this left-hand side. Tries to get a cross in. They're going to win a corner kick here as well. Oh, Alex Hunt, he'll be praying that nothing comes of this set-piece delivery, because that was poor from him.
It was. He just took his eye off the ball. As he's receiving the ball, he was already 3 steps ahead. But he hadn't even got the ball at that point and just lost control of it. And yeah, something for City to defend again here.
Second corner then to the home team. Simper comes across.
Like I said, there's not much you can do. If that first ball in is great and there's a great header, there's not much you can do other than try your best to defend it. But it's the second ball. Where does that go? Are we in contention for that?
Look at the zonal marking here from City as well. No one really marking any place apart from Batty, who's on Harris in the centre of the area. Everyone else in zones. Pierce, near post, misses out him. They've won the first contact and the second contact. Howe then does manage to head clear, but it's picked up on the edge of the area once more by Sutton United with Topolodge. He'll give it back to Simper to put in first time. Poor cross from him, intercepted by Batty, and City do clear into touch on this near side. Yeah,
a little bit better from City. Scrappy for both teams, really, in the 18-yard box there.
Did you do much zonal marking? I don't just mean you personally, I mean you as a team. It didn't seem to be such a thing, did it, back in the day?
No, you pick a man.
Yeah.
You pick a man and stay with him. And you knew...
You have responsibility
there. Yeah, if they scored, you knew who...
Yeah, who's messed up.
Yeah, who's either messed up or just got beat. Yeah.
Yeah. Johnson at the back, he's put himself under loads of pressure once more, and he's gone out for a corner. No, Howe's just kept it. What was he doing there, Ian?
He's getting in a bit of a mess. He's looking up and thinking, where am I going to pass it? Seeing nothing, and then keeping the ball. Well, I think you got to make a decision.
He's been caught. He's just having a feel to make sure everything's where it still should be. Ball forward, intercepted the edge of the area by Harris into the box. Oh, he could have gone down. Oh, he was clipped and he didn't, and he stayed on his feet and he wins the corner kick. That is so honest from Jaden Harris. The referee could have booked it. It was minimal, but he could easily have gone down for the penalty.
I think if he goes down there, I think he probably gets the penalty.
Johnson again at fault.
He's just having a game at the moment. Johnson just nothing he's doing is working for him.
All right, let's look at this zonal marking again, because this Pierce does the near post, but he's a couple of yards off the near post in that 6-yard box. In the centre, there's the striker. It is, yeah, because there's no one on there, anyone there in the centre, in the penalty area. We've got a spare man at the back, we've got a spare man at the front, and then they all come forward and run into the middle, and Stones wins the header. Do you not think that was zonal marking?
Oh, it looked like the three big lads were marking their three big lads.
Edge of the area. Topolodge thinks about taking on the shot, and he's going to be robbed of it, and he pulls the York City player down. It should be a booking really for Topolodge. He stopped the break.
I mean, they're
not barking though in the penalty in these lot here, are they?
They're not picking a man each. I think they're picking a man. But it's when the ball comes in, it seems to.
There's only the two in the middle that are picking men, aren't there?
Yeah, there's 4 of our players there.
The rest of them are all there to block off on the edge of the box.
Yeah. Either way, you've got to do better.
Yeah. Mail on the edge of his D gets ready to take the free kick. He lays it off to Johnson, who was on his haunches. He gives it forward to Hunt. Hunt is allowed to turn, plays it through the legs of Harris and gets it back from Batty. Now to Johnson once more. Hunt. Hunt to Boateng. Boateng plays it back to Johnson. Johnson across to Howe. Kitchen. Oh, back to Mail, but it was a bobbly pass from Kitchen back to Mail. He gets it out of his feet and then just clears downfield towards Stones. He's beaten in the air. Simper picks it up for Sutton, beats the tackle of Kitchen, but then Boateng helps him out and wins it back on. There's a lovely little pirouette in there from Dan Batty, but he almost falls over the ball and puts Howe under pressure. Howe goes back to Kitchen. This last 5 minutes has been a return to what we saw in the opening 20, and that's just skewed into touch. Not much distance on it either from Kitchen. Far side, 1-1 it remains.
It's really hard to describe it. It's like an unsure performance.
It's a nervy performance at the back.
Yeah, a little bit nervy. Not quite sure what to do, what's happening.
They've not really got going, City, since the break.
No.
Since the 2-week break
time
before Clitheroe.
Yeah.
Then got him round the back here of Sutton, easily on the right hand side, on the stretch. Howe clears straight to Simper on the edge of the box. He gets past Ollie, takes on the shot. It's blocked by Boateng, who was running back to help out defending. And now City can come forward. Ollie forward towards Stones. Stones gets there before his man, but the referee's going to pull it back, so he wasn't getting an advantage there. And a yellow card's out here for a Sutton player. And the yellow card is shown. I think that's to Jaden Harris. It is. Jaden Harris goes into the book for the late challenge on Greg Ollie as he played that ball forward.
Greg Ollie, Alex Newby.
Sorry, Alex, did I say Greg Ollie? Yeah, Alex Newby, sorry.
We know you want to come on, don't we?
I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. I think it's defensively where they're going to the changes are going to come first in this game for York City.
At least we've got 4 fullbacks on the bench.
Well, we know that Fallowfield has been considered a centre back for this game today. Looking at the pre-match warm-ups, don't we?
Yeah, and do you know what he does well, doesn't he? I remember a couple of seasons ago in Fallowfield filling in at centre-back, it almost became his position. He just looks so natural.
Johnson to Hunt. That's a nice turn from Alex Hunt. Over halfway, gives it to Gray. Gray infield to Batty, who takes that well. Batty will give it back to Gray. Gray back to Batty, up towards the box. Hunt on the right wing. Hunt round the corner to Batty, to the byline. Batty dinks across into the middle. Can't be the first one. Only not a great header to Gray. Gray takes on the shot, straight the goalkeeper.
You know, though, it's brilliant football from York City. Attacking. Some of the moves have been, right up there again. It's just been a funny performance. We're attacking, it's been almost brilliant there.
Gray just couldn't get the ball out of his feet there, couldn't he, to get any power behind the shot from 14 yards, 15 yards?
Yeah, Hunt, Batty, Gray, Stones, all involved in the move.
It's a typical Ollie Pearce performance as well, isn't it? Virtually non-existent, but if that chance falls to him in the box, he's who you want on the end of it as the ball goes into touch far side of the field for a Sutton throw-in halfway inside their own half. 1-1 it remains as we approach the break, 4 minutes away from half-time. And he's stealing a few yards here as the Sutton player. The referee's been made aware by the York City fans as if he didn't know, and he tells him to go back, which he does. Tizard back to his goalkeeper Sims. Sims clears downfield onto the head of Johnson, who wins a towering header there against Hayden. Harris, Jaden Harris. And the yellow shirts, though, foot swarming forward now on this left-hand side. It goes to Ogbonna puts the shot in. How heads it clear from inside his 6-yard box. Harrison Mail dashing across. I think he may have just had it covered. Then the shot comes in from 30 yards. It's a poor shot, and City have it in the back with Johnson. Gives it to Hunt. Hunt round the corner to Stones, who does well to hold it up against Taylor. Stones is forced back towards his own box. Stones backed into a corner here on this near side. Stones is trying to win the free kick, and in the end he ends up winning a throw-in tight against his own corner flag, and does well, Josh Stones. Yeah,
done so well, but again it emphasised how Sutton are pressing York City all over the park. I keep thinking that at some point they're going to tire.
Look at the locks on this assistant ref on this near side, the linesman. He's not got a cold head, has he?
No, he's positively sweating.
Stones clears long, flopping as he runs down the line.
Yeah, it's actually moving. There's no wind and it's actually moving. Beautiful.
Newbie heads clear. Can't find Boateng. Boateng goes to the same barbers as me and you. Back it goes to Johnson.
I haven't paid for a haircut in 30 years, David.
Downfield it goes. Hunt can't get that. It's picked up by Harris. Harris on the left-hand side. Batty blocks him off. He goes back to Bell. Bell jinks it forward to Ogbonna. Johnson does really well. Ogbonna's won it back off him. Now to Harris once more. He'll allow the cross to come in. Hits the chest, who's got his hands behind his back there, and the shot comes in from Simper, high and wide and into the fans, a long way behind the goal, away to our left-hand side. Again, City are struggling so much defensively at times, just being sloppy.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he's looked really good when he has sort of played recent weeks, but Zach Johnson just having one of those afternoons where not much is going right for him. He's the only one that can change that fortune, really. He's got to somehow work out a different way of, clear it. If you have to clear it, put your foot through it, be a centre back. You want to play, but when you're having a bad spell like he's having,
he looks a little bit lethargic as well when he's moving, as if he's absolutely knackered. Just in the first half of this match, I don't know what the issue is.
Well, he's been chased down by Sutton.
Stones wins a good header. Finds
handball.
Pearce, appeals for handball. It has to be handball. The referee last play to go on. City had an advantage. Boateng to the left-hand side to Ollie. Ollie in the penalty area is forced really wide. Gets the cross in. Over the head of Stones. Stones had a nod in from 3 or 4 yards. It was just too high for him. Pearce couldn't get there either. And it's picked up on this near side by Gray. Batty puts the ball into the middle. Stones misses it again. Should have done better this time. Newbie put ball in, but it was just inches, wasn't it, over the head of Stones?
Yeah. Twice. Stones so close there.
Newbie has it once more on that left-hand side. He should have scored the second one.
Yeah.
Puts a deep cross in, it's too deep, and it's going to go behind for a goal kick. It remains 1-1.
It's his first bad ball there, Alex Newbie. He's out on that left-hand side. He's having some really good moments. I think 2 balls in there. One into Stones. I think the second one in particular, it looked like he could just get a connection on it. He sort of tried to get his head round the ball, and it's glanced off his... the top of his bonnet.
Again, Sims has been told to get a move on here by the referee. The goalkeeper gives the ball to his centre-back to take the goal kick. And he does, and then he gives it back to Sims, and he clears, right-footed. Kitchen, Batty, forward to Pearce. Pearce back to goal, goes back to Newby. Newby comes forward, tries to find Boateng, who bursts forward, but it's a misplaced pass. Good tackle comes in. 1 added minute goes up on the board. Pearce thinks that's a York City throw-in. The referee says no, it's a Sutton United throw-in. The York City fans, I think Pearce was trying to pull the wool over the referee's eye there.
Yeah, typical Ollie Pearce. Trying again, and at some sort of an advantage.
You would have known if he'd got it wrong, the referee, right in front of those York City hordes. They played it out well of Sutton on that right hand side. They've got room to come over halfway and into the York City half. No one's closing down. 30 yards he's run forward here. Gives it to Simper, edge of the box. Simper to this left hand side. Ogbonna's the man over. Oh, his touch let him down. He took his eye off the ball. He's forced really wide, but he still gets past Gray and can dink across into the box. To the back post, headed up virtually off his line by Kitchen. I don't know if Mail was beaten. I was just so confident that Kitchen was going to be there to head it clear because he never moved. Now City can come forward. On the right with Hunt. Back to Johnson. Johnson to Batty. Johnson gets it back. Across it goes once more to Kitchen.
Ogbonna's been a real
And that's
threat.
the half-time whistle. 1-1 at the break. City really slow out of the box. Stuart Menard doesn't look happy down there underneath as he goes to get something from out of that dugout before making his way down the tunnel. They took an early lead, winning 3 successive contacts from a corner on that far side, did Sutton United. And then it was York City later on in the game who got back into it. Hiram Boateng, City scoring from their own corner. Batty, Sutton won the first header, nodded it down, and Boateng ran onto it. Left-footed, curled it into the bottom corner. Goalkeeper got hands to it. He was beaten by the power. 1-1 at the break, but not a great York City performance. Ian Dunn.
No, just very I can't think of a better word other than a little bit unsure of themselves at times, and I don't know if that's the pressure that Sutton have been applying, because they've come out of the blocks really quickly on City at every opportunity, and City have struggled at times to cope with that pressure, but they got themselves back into the match area. That is the most important thing on an away day to Sutton, is be in contention going into the second half, give themselves a chance to get back into this match and hopefully go on and win it. But there's things to work on. There's definitely things to work on in that second half. They need to be sharper all over the pitch.
Most definitely. Things to work on for York City, things to work on for Stuart Menard. He's got 15 minutes to get some words into this team, see if they can brighten up in the second half. At the break, it's Sutton United 1, York City 1.
We have the North Yorkshire stories you might not know about.
Wow, this is just incredible.
There's fact, there's fiction.
The hidden history.
I just imagine smugglers hiding in alleyways.
Charles Dickens visited him on a tiny little lane off York Estate.
The eerie legends.
The knight's horse became spooked, and as he was falling, he looked back and the abbot was transformed into the devil.
The secrets.
What do you believe? Oh gosh, you got me on the spot there.
Secret North Yorkshire.
It's just magnificent, some of these stories.
Search Secret North Yorkshire on the BBC Sounds app and hit subscribe so you never miss an episode.
BBC Radio York Sport, Pete Spencer taking you through half-time here. Second half commentary to come on BBC Radio York, but at the break it's Sutton United 1, York City 1. Will Tizard with the goal after 8 minutes for the home side at Gander Green Lane before Hiram Boateng equalised with his first goal of the season for York City from a corner delivered by Dan Batty. I believe the halftime whistle has gone at Gresty Road. We will be there for a halftime update shortly. Still playing as well at Queensgate Stadium. As soon as the halftime whistle goes there, we will get a report from James Fletcher here on BBC Radio York. Let's just run you through some of the FA Cup scores as they've been going in here at halftime. Of course, we had the first of the early kickoffs at the moment, and this is how it finished in the early kickoffs in the FA Cup third round. Cheltenham Town 0, Leicester City 2, Everton 1, Sunderland 1. Sunderland ended up winning after extra time 3-0 on penalties. Of course, that giant killing for Macclesfield, a 2-1 victory over the FA Cup holders Crystal Palace. We'll try and bring you some reaction from that before we go off air at 6 o'clock this evening. Wolverhampton Wanderers 6, Shrewsbury Town 1. Shrewsbury, of course, are next Saturday's opponents for Harrogate Town. So halftime scores at the moment as things stand in the FA Cup. Bournemouth 0, Burton Albion 2, Burnley 3, Millwall 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, Southampton 3, Fulham 0, Middlesbrough 1, Ipswich 1, Blackpool 0, Manchester City 4, Exeter City 0, Newcastle United 0, AFC Bournemouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Brentford 1, Stoke City 0, Coventry City 0, has just literally this second turned over to half-time. At the late kickoffs this evening are Bristol City Watford at 5:45, Cambridge United against Birmingham City, and Grimsby Town against Weston-super-Mare, and also an all-Premier League tie at 5:45 between Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa as well. Right, let's see if we can get across and get some reaction from Tim Steer and Paul Bolam there. I believe it is gone half-time there between Crewe and Harrogate Town. Let's get a half-time report from Tim Steer.
Yes, half-time score at Gresty Road is Crewe 0, Harrogate Town 0 in what has been a pretty decent half of football for Harrogate Town. It's something that we were talking about at half-time against Tranmere on New Year's Day. It was everything but the goal in that game, and it's very much the same here as well this afternoon. 8 shots on goal from Harrogate Town, with the Davidson goalkeeper Ian Lawler kept very busy in the Crewe goal, with the efforts coming from George Thompson, curled from outside the box just wide of his left post. Sean Mikulski had an effort saved in the area by Lawler too. Mason Bennett on the turn in the 6-yard box, again denied by the legs of Ian Lawler in the Crewe goal. The big moment of the game came when Lewis Cass put the ball into the back of the net from inside the area. It was a good half volley from an initial cross in from the left hand side, but the referee pulled it back for a foul against Harrogate Town, so the goal didn't stand in the end. Crewe have had a couple of half chances, that one save from Mark Oxley diving to his left hand side, but otherwise there's been a lot of good blocks coming in from the likes of Anthony O'Connor. Grant Horton on debut as well has looked pretty decent in that back three. It was a back three in the end for Harrogate Town, with Cass and Evans as wing backs once more. There's been some nice build-up play at times as well from Harrogate Town. They've been getting forward, plenty of chances. They've been getting crosses into the box as well, but as I say, everything but the goal right now for Harrogate Town. But they'll certainly be encouraged by that first half performance. But much like Tranmere on New Year's Day, I'm sure Crewe will be coming out firing in the second half, because they will be thinking, we haven't played well enough against a team that is bottom of the table. So it's up to Harrogate Town to try and withstand that pressure and look to get what would be their first league goal in 5 matches. Half-time score, Crewe 0, Harrogate Town 0.
Thank you, Tim Steer there at Gresty Road. Also half-time at Queensgate Stadium between Scarborough Athletic and Chester. James Fletcher.
Not too much to write home about here, Pete. It's 0-0 and there hasn't been too many clear-cut chances for either side. Pat Jones, the Chester attacker, having a header which went just wide of goal. Same for Jack Bainbridge, but Whitley had his post covered. The 2 biggest chances for Chester. Scarborough Athletic had a bit of a set-piece scramble. That's where they've been trying to get their joy in and around the penalty area. Have to say that Scarborough Athletic really have been trying to get off the pickings of Chester's downfall. Callum McIntyre having a long conversation with his assistant in the dugout on the far side, wondering how to change things because his new striker Zach Emerson has limped off with a hamstring injury. Tom Pears has come on for him. Haven't really seen much of an influence from him. Both sides trying to play quite direct in comparison to their normal passing styles, which is maybe why it's the case they both look a bit disjointed. And at half time it's Scarborough Athletic 0, Chester 0.
Thank you very much to James Fletcher there at Queensgate Stadium in Bridlington. We'll be back and split our frequencies for the second half shortly, but for now let's turn our attention to Rugby League, because even though York Knights are only just a few weeks out from the start of the new Super League season, they are still adding to their roster. This week the club added 2 new faces, the former St Helens halfback Will Roberts and the former NRL front row forward Xavier Vaar. And also returning to the club was Nikau Williams, who's back after returning to Australia for last season. He had a great 2024 for the Knights, making 26 appearances, scoring 10 tries and kicking 32 goals. Well, I caught up with him a few days ago, and Williams says he's over the moon to be back at the club.
Yeah, really stoked to be back. Since I left, never really lost touch with the club. Always was in contact with everyone over here, and missed it when I was back home and I'm just really stoked to be back.
Did you take much convincing then from either Clint or from Mash to come back from Australia?
No. When the opportunity was there for me to come back, it was one I couldn't turn down. Didn't second guess it at all, and yeah, just happy to be back.
At what point did you start having conversations? Was it when you knew the Knights were in Super League, or were you talking with Mash and Clint throughout the course of or certainly the tail end of last season anyway?
Yeah, so I just kept in touch with them on a regular basis from the day I left, really. And once conversation got a bit serious about coming back, I can't really remember when it was, but when the conversation was there, I was happy and I was keen to get back.
How much do you look back on that 2024 season and look back at it fairly fondly as well? Obviously, as I mentioned in the introduction, you had a pretty successful year. You were in double figures for your tries and you were one of the go-to goal kickers in that season as well. How do you look back at that season?
Yeah, I always look back and just look back on all the memories that we made and the progress that we made as a club that year. And when I left, all I thought about was all the what ifs. What if I stayed? And when the opportunity came up, I was glad to come back.
And you look at where the club is now, obviously on the cusp of their first season in Super League. But did it feel like the club were going somewhere at that point when you left in 2024? Did it feel like the club were on that upward curve?
Oh, definitely 100%. That second half of the year, I felt like the club was on that rise, and we were hitting all the targets that we wanted to hit. And yeah, as I was leaving, I definitely felt that the club was on the up. And when I left, they've just kept going up and setting the bar higher and higher, and obviously progressed to that next level.
And so how has it been slotting back into this new look squad with some new faces and of course some old faces from your previous spell with the club?
Yeah, starting back in's been really good actually. I knew most of the boys anyway, so coming back in was easy for me with all the familiar faces and things like that. So that was the easy side. But the training level has stepped up again, and since slotting back in, I can tell that the training's gone up higher, and it's been really good, and just enjoying it.
I spoke to Mitch Clark a few days ago now, and he was talking about the step up from obviously being part-time at the Knights to now being full-time. What has that been like for you as well, as someone that has been used to maybe more of a full-time environment in Australia, but also seeing the change in that sort of part-time to full-time now with the Knights?
Yeah, since being back, I can see that massive step up that the club has made, just more hours on the field and at training for the boys. It's been challenging, but it's been really good as well. I think all the boys have just benefit from it so much. The intensity and the training that we've gone to the next level has just increased all of our level of play, and yeah, we're looking forward to showing what we got this year.
There's plenty of competition for places as well. Obviously, the fact that you can play in a couple of different positions in the halves and also at fullback and at centre, do you think that'll benefit you going into this team and trying to get, I guess everyone's trying to get that first jersey for the first game of Super League as well?
I'd like to think so. I see myself as a halves, but I'm happy to play wherever I'm needed. Wherever that is on the field, I'm happy to play this. I'd hope it benefits me, but come round one, I'm sure the best 17 will be put forward and we'll be able to show what we got this year.
Just give me a bit of window on what training's been like in terms of having so many half combinations. Have you been practicing with a certain half partner, or has it been a situation where you've been kind of rotating? What's it been like?
So obviously you need to try out all combinations and see what works for the team, what's best. We've been trialing out different combinations, who fits where, and it's been nothing but healthy competition between us boys. And when you get your opportunity to show you what you got, you're trying to always out impress the other boys. But so we've just been rotating and just trying to figure out what's the best combination, and it's been really good actually.
And in terms of the preparations, I know that the next sort of, I think you've got a pre-season game coming up against Huddersfield and then probably a Challenge Cup game before round one against Hull KR. But how much are you looking forward to Super League and plying your trade in the top division as well?
Yeah, we've got a couple games coming up before round one. I think we can use them and, just test out those combinations that we've been working on at training and put it into a live game and see where we're at and what works best. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to Super League this year and seeing how I go against the best of the best. I think this preseason has set me up nicely, and all the boys, and I think we're ready to rip in.
I don't think the pre-season predictions have come out just yet, but when you look at the teams that are in Super League this year, is there the feeling that actually the York Knights can go and cause a bit of an upset in a few of those games as well?
Oh, definitely. The way we've been training all pre-season from November 10 till now, we've just progressed, and I think we're going to go out there and shock a few clubs and hopefully bring home a lot of wins this year.
That is Nikau Williams speaking to me about returning to the York Knights. Right, it's time to split our frequencies once again here on BBC Radio York. I don't think Scarborough Athletic are quite ready to get underway just yet, so when they are, we will split them off when they are ready to do so. But I think we can split off our frequencies on FM and BBC Sounds and on DAB, digital radio. So if you want to hear Harrogate Town away at Crewe Alexandra, you can join Tim Steer and your expert summariser Paul Bolland on DAB, digital radio. If you want York City away at Sutton United, you can join David Ward and the former York City striker Ian Dunn on FM and BBC Sounds. We'll be with Scarborough Athletic shortly, but that is your choice of listening for the moment, and it is once again here on BBC Radio York Sport. Make your mind up time.
Getting you closer to your club and every game live.
BBC Radio York Sport.
Thank you, Pete. Welcome back to Gander Green Lane. 1-1 here between Sutton United and York City. York City sent out early by manager Stuart Maynard. They've been out there a good 3 or 4 minutes. Sutton United just coming out now. Here comes the referee as well. I imagine they've had a bit of a flea put in their respective ears at the break, York City.
I would imagine Stuart Maynard will just be expecting more in the second half. You know, they need to be sharper. They need to be up for the battle, because Sutton have really laid it on thick with York City here. They've been in the faces from minute one, and City initially struggled to react. I think that second part of the second half, I think City were much better. Some of the attacking play has been exquisite from City, so they just need to sort out that back line and make sure that Sutton don't get another lead, because I think it'd be tougher to come back from the next goal going down. The next goal is really important.
Mail, Kitchen, Howe, Johnson, Newby, Boateng, Batty, Gray, Pearce, Hunt and Stones for York City. For the home team, Sims, Topolodge, Muller, Tizard, Eccleston, Ogbonna, Taylor, Bell, Simper, Harris and Njoku. As Sutton go long down this right hand side looking for Harris. He's beaten to it in the air by Kitchen. Taylor nods it back forward. Kitchen intercepts once more and finds Alex Hunt in the centre of the park. He sends it forward to Stones. Stones gets out of his feet and he's got to take on the defender here. Edge of the area. He does take on the defender. Gets a shot and it's wide of the goal. I think he went the near post for about 18 yards, but he couldn't keep it on target. Half a chance for Josh Stones. You always told you should go across the goalkeeper, Ian. Is that what he should have done there?
He should have. I think he maybe was trying to do that, but how often do you see that, the one that's sort of comes off the outside of the foot into the near stick?
Sutton have it at the back, trying to play out. On the right-hand side, Eccleston gives it back to his goalkeeper. And he clears long down the centre of the field. Howe wins the header. He should win the header against Njoku. Njoku fell awkwardly then. He's holding his left ankle. City have it in midfield. Play goes on. Boateng to Hunt. Boateng with his first goal for York City here today in his 25th appearance. Newby now on the left-hand side. Newby runs at Simper. Gives it to Kitchen just outside the penalty area. Kitchen to the byline, whips a cross in, headed away at the near post by Tizard, who opened the scoring. Johnson gives the ball away on the edge of the Sutton United penalty area. Hunt tries to win it back. Bell, he does lose possession. Hunt gets it on the edge of the area from Stones. Now it's to Newby once more. Newby comes in field, takes on the curling shot, blocked on the edge of the D. Sutton clear their lines. 1-1 BBC Radio York, a more encouraging start to this second half for York City. Simper forced back to his goalkeeper under pressure. He clears downfield. You can hear the drum behind us away to our right hand side with the Sutton United fans behind the goal. Boateng's going to get that for York City. Nice little ball over the top for Pearce. Pearce infield to Stones at the area. He spreads it to Hunt. He's got space. Hunt, edge of the D, takes the shot on. It's a powder puff shot. The goalkeeper from the edge of the penalty area. Central as well, Ian Dunn. Should he have done more?
A player of Alex Hunt's ability should. I think the move was fantastic. Pearce, Boateng, Stones, the awareness to then find Hunt, and he just, you know what he was trying to do? He was trying to guide it into the bottom corner. He just didn't get it right, Alex Hunt there. But good football.
Didn't really have to move. They've won it back again of City on that far side. They've started off from the front foot here at the start of this second period. Back it goes. Johnson now to Howe. maybe wasn't an ideal pass to Hunt on the edge of the area. Just couldn't get out of his feet again, could he? And then he was starting to get closed down. But City come forward. Boateng down the right-hand side. Boateng, tackle comes in from Taylor on him, throw into York City. Right on the edge of that penalty area, far side of the ground. 1-1 BBC Radio York on this Saturday afternoon. Cam John I saw at half-time, sent off for Hartlepool. They're 2-0 down the road at Woking. Miserable looking afternoon for the side from the northeast. Throw in taken to Hunt to Batty, who's round the back, slack marking from the Humpty. It's the middle. Scores! Swayze scored again! They fell asleep from the throw-in. Hunt, Batty was round the back. He drilled it across the penalty area. And then as it came across, it fell to Ollie Pearce. You don't leave a man with 22 goals to his name 2 yards out, free at the back post. He tucks it away yet again. Sutton United 1, York City 2.
Wow. It's been a much better start to this half from York City. They're the team on the front foot of the beginning of this second half. But Dan by Tick, what a ball in that was. So dangerous. Absolutely drilled it across the face of the goal. The keeper, I think, to be honest, has made a bit of a hash of it.
I think it takes a little nick off the defender, which maybe confuses the keeper. The defender's running back towards his own goal. He doesn't want to put it into his own net. It's properly drilled across by Batty. And it falls to Pearce, who quite easily could have blasted that over the bar. He hits it into the roof of the net. It's a really nice finish.
Brilliant finish from Pearce. Dan Batty, great run as well. Really caught Sutton out here. He's powered it. No, the keeper's held it, that, I think.
I think it takes a nick off Topolodge as well, though. But maybe the keeper should do better.
Yeah. Who cares? City on top. And you know, these first few minutes have certainly been the better of the two sides. They are the team. Look at them bursting at Sutton, not giving them a second to settle on the ball. And they've got the reward.
Johnson, Stone's having his shirt pulled, not spotted by the referee. On that far side in front of the York City fans, the jubilant York City fans.
Yeah.
And it goes into touch for a throw-in on halfway. Time for the second half at Scarborough Athletic. If you want commentary of that, it's available now online here on BBC Radio York.
Suddenly feels a couple of degrees warmer, doesn't it?
Amazing how that happens.
Yeah.
It's actually got the hand warmers in because City has scored.
I've just turned the gilet on.
On the right-hand side, City win it back at the back, and Gray can come forward. Gray takes on everyone on that far side. He gets past the first couple, can't get past the third, wins a throw-in for York City. Sutton 1, York City 2.
A deserved goal. You know, City have come out of the chaps this second half much quicker than they did in the first half, and they've got the reward for the work.
Well, they were sent out early. Words must have been had at half-time.
Yeah. Well, they knew they had to do more, and they certainly are.
Hunt turns well. They look purposeful now, York City. He gets past his man, Alex Hunt, down the right side. Where's this come from? Alex Hunt towards the edge of the area. Does well, though, to get back in. Then he pulls the shirt of Topolodge, and that'll be a free kick. But he did brilliantly there for a split second, Alex Hunt. A real burst of pace you'd often see from him.
Yeah, he's got that beautiful touch, hasn't he? And there's the touch that got him away from the player. And then you're right, he suddenly found a burst of pace from somewhere.
Johnson does well here to get in front of his man. Gives it forward to Stones, who's slow getting back, and he's flagged offside on the edge of the area.
Yeah. Josh Stones there just didn't get back on side in time, but again, good play, good pressure from City. Suddenly City are the team that are not allowing the opposition to get any rhythm or any touch on the ball. They're in the faces of Sutton, and Sutton are struggling.
Sims to the right hand side gives it to Tizard. Tizard forward into midfield. Kitchen's in front of his man as well. This time to nick it off him. Brilliant. Chested back into the path of Kitchen from Pearce. Cross comes in. Stones with the header. Can't get any power on it as he's backing away from goal, and it bounces into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Isn't it amazing what that pressure on the defender can do? Because you're the favourite to win that second ball.
They have really woken up here, City. Gray on the right hand side, under pressure, but he keeps hold of the ball. Lays it off back to Alex Hunt in front of the applauding York fans. Boateng. Batty having all the play now. It's all the way to our left hand side. They're struggling to get over halfway in the opening 6.5 minutes of this second half for Sutton United. Harrison Mayle gets his first touch on the edge of his own area as Howe lays it off back to him. He gives it back to his captain. Howe back to Mayle, who's under pressure now. Get rid, he does. Gives it on the far side to Johnson. Johnson down the line to Batty. Batty's challenged, and it goes into touch for a throw in to who? That should be York City, I think.
That was a rash challenge on Batty.
It was a robust, shall we say. It is a throw in to York City. I don't think the referee's going to take any action here. He just has a quiet word over there with Ogbonna. And now he's going to check on Dan Batty. City then leading by 2-1. They've turned this one around, but you feel there's plenty of life left in this game.
There is, and City know that now. They know they've got to be at it.
He's throw into Sutton here. That comes off the Sutton man.
No, it isn't a throw-in, it's a foul.
We've just seen the replay on our screen. It's a good minute behind. Oh well, City have some defending to do. Edge of their own penalty, but Sutton have faded it back to halfway. Everyone back behind the ball for York City here. Tizard on the centre spot, in the centre of that centre circle. Simper round the corner. That's a nice ball to Njoku. He drops off, gets past one man, but can't get past Batty. But he then retrieves it once more in the tackle from Hunt. At the back, Taylor. The striker's playing at left back here, and he has to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, and his manager Chris Aguta's not very happy. Tizard, Taylor, back to Tizard once more. Tizard on this left-hand side, on the right-hand side, sorry. Sends it forward. Callum Howe gets a soft clearance to it, does well to win it back though a second time. Puts this time, it's a bit better of a challenge the second time round, but he can't stop it going into touch for a throw-in that Tizard comes down the line to take. Gives it to Bell. Tizard gets it back. Halfway inside that York City half. Sends it forward to the edge of the area. Johnson's there to clear. Stones runs after the bouncing ball. Stones will get there as well before the defender. He's got Pearce alongside him. In fact, it's Hunt, isn't it, who tries running through, but Stones just couldn't free him.
Good striker play from Josh Stones again.
And again, look at him running back here, Josh Stones, to try and win the ball. Sutton get there, and good interception from Johnson, who's woken up at the start of the second half too.
Big time. They all have.
Boateng's challenge in midfield. Nothing given though, the referee. Put into touch for a York City throw, and Scarborough have taken the lead, I think that was, in their game, I've just been told. Kieran Waleji giving Jonathan Grinning's men the lead on the coast at Bridlington, in a game that I think has probably caught many people out. There's a bit of pushing and shoving here between Taylor and Pearce behind the back of the referee, so he can't see what's going on. And it's continuing now, and they've gone to get the referee involved, both of them. They're still pushing and shoving. There's a bit of a smile between the two. Well, Taylor's smiling at Pearce. Pearce is still pushing him away. It continues. The referee now does spot it, and just as a quiet word, York City have a throw-in. Halfway inside their own half. Sutton 1, City 2. BBC Radio York on a Saturday afternoon. If you missed it, that Bournemouth game rearranged for Tuesday the 3rd of March. A bit of a shame it's not. I suppose there's, they've got it at the edge of the area here. Sutton, they're going to play it into the spare man. Ogbonna in the box. Ogbonna took too long to get the shot away. Has a second bite the cherry. Still not cleared. Simper shoots. Good save by Mail. And then a good block on the line again, as it fell nicely to the attacker, Njoku. Mail smothered it a second time, point blank from Harrison Mail. It goes behind for a corner kick to the home side.
That's why he's one of the best keepers in this league, David. You talk about clean sheets, and yes, he hasn't got one today, obviously, but that double save there from Harrison Mail, absolutely outstanding goalkeeping.
Question marks again over some of the defending, but he did really well there. Corner comes into the box, and the referee spots pushing, gives the free kick to York City.
Brilliant goalkeeping, David. The first save is amazing, and the second, that is superb. That's when you need someone to step up, and Harrison Mail stepped up big time there.
The first save's better than the second. I don't think he actually knew too much about the second. He was down at his near post, and he hit it straight at him, didn't he?
Yeah, but goalkeepers have to, his instinct, your reaction,
entirely.
Whatever you want to call it.
But if it was a cross goal, he wasn't getting that.
No.
For the second one, the first one is a brilliant save.
Absolutely brilliant.
But yeah, City almost caught out, but they weren't. They've survived. Now they play it out from the back.
They just got opened up, didn't they, City there? And Ogbonna's first touch was terrible, thankfully, for York City.
Batty on the far side of the field has dinked that into touch. Under pressure for Sutton United throw. Come back into this game in the last couple of minutes. On the front foot, down the left-hand side. Harris still got it on the far side. Lays it off in field to Bell. Bell in the penalty area. Tackle can't come in there from Batty. Bell still got it. Down the line he goes. Still got it. Cross comes in. I'm not sure what he's tried there, if that's a cross or a shot from the most ridiculous angle. It's high and behind into the stand.
It is, but it's danger, isn't it? It's dangerous play from Sutton again. They are just creeping themselves back into this match, and certainly getting some good moves, building some good attacks themselves, causing City a little bit of a problem down that right hand side.
The referee going here to have a long chat with Harrison Mail, because Mail's taken ages to go and find that ball.
Yeah, that's a ball went past him, and he didn't make any movement to get it. He knows he's just got to take the sting out of this match just now, because Sutton have found their second wind again. And Harrison Mail, probably
quiet word
wisely.
This time for Harrison Mail.
Yeah. What a double save that was.
Howe to Mail. Well, he's another man out of contract. As things stand, not at York City next season. Interesting to see if there's any movement on that. Again, rumours suggesting that he possibly won't be offered a new deal. They'll look for a new goalkeeper, but let's wait and see what happens. That was a brilliant save. Gray into the middle. Stones just couldn't control as it comes all the way across the penalty area. Picked up by Newby on this left-hand side. Kitchen puts a cross into the box. Well dealt with by Tizard. and the yellow shirts will come forward.
Oh no.
Missed by Johnson. Oh no, Ian says, because I thought, yeah. For a split second it looked as though Harris was going to be marching down that left hand side, but it had too much on it and he goes into touch for a throw in.
Great play from, I think it was Joe Grady on the right hand side this time. City do look capable of attacking again. It's just making sure we don't give Sutton too much encouragement at the other end.
What do you make of all the speculation this week about the likes of Callum Howe and the goalkeeper Harrison Mail, Ryan Fallowfield?
You don't know who's in the driving seat, do you? Because you don't know where we're going to be, which league we're going to be in next season, and that probably determines which players you want at the club or not. It's a tough one for the club because
especially if you go up, you do need to. You can't just have the same squad. You do need to get improvements, and because they're the ones who are out of contract and haven't been given new contracts, they're the easier ones to move on.
Yeah, and from a financial sense, that makes sense.
It's got to be difficult as a player, though.
If you don't go up, then you've got an issue of potentially having to replace players that we know are good enough for this level.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh, given away in midfield. Simper can come forward to the edge of the box. That was sloppy again to Njoku. Left-hand side. Njoku in the box. No one's closing down. Bonner around the back. Good save again. Harrison Mill diving away to his left-hand side. Puts it behind for a corner kick.
Yeah, they're opening us up now. They really are. And it's I don't know if it's slack City defending or just really slick Sutton attacking. Whichever one it was, Harrison Mayall's up to the task yet again. That's three saves.
I think it's the former, isn't it? It is slack defending.
Yeah, maybe a mixture of both. I think you've got to pay Sutton a little bit of credit here. It's good football, but almost too easy to get in. But this is again Harrison Mayall. Wow.
Gray wasn't tracking his runner, was he?
What a save that is. No, he wasn't.
That time.
No.
Corner comes in. They've won the first contact as well, and it goes onto the roof of the net.
Yeah, Harrison Mayall's in his wedge this afternoon. That is for sure. We might be looking back at this game and saying those 3 saves was so vital.
He's saying, I want a new contract.
He is. He's telling. Yeah, he's putting in a performance
that's
warranting ones this afternoon. I mean, you look at the players that are potentially out of contract. You know, Harrison Mayall. I wouldn't have thought he'd be easily replaced. To be honest, he's proven to be one of the best goalkeepers, certainly at this level. And I can't see it being much different at a higher level.
Boateng. And City go back towards Newby. Newby's put under pressure. He gets it back off Kitchen. Newby down the line to Stones. Stones wins a throw-in for York City. He's applauded by his manager Stuart Maynard. Here comes the attendance. 2-4-1-4. 480.
Wow.
Superstars on the far side of the ground.
That is incredible.
Plus, it has to be said, quite a number in this stand as well have come through the home turnstiles. So 500 York City supporters down here, I would say at least.
A cold January afternoon. That is outstanding. Well done.
And a game that was not cheap when it only rearranged, 3 or 4 weeks ago to this day.
Yeah, this is a rearranged game, isn't it? So
and the trains were not cheap when that was announced just before Christmas.
Make it even more determined to give them a good journey home, hopefully.
Kitchen down the left-hand side. Stones wins another throw-in as it's nodded into touch. Greg Ollie is stripped and ready to come on for York City. He's going to be the first change.
We'll be fine now.
No, there'll be Ollie and Newby. All sorts of issues this afternoon for me. The cold's getting to me. City have it at the back.
Oh, that's a good ball, Zach Johnson.
Long ball downfield, looking for Gray on that far side. He knows that maybe it's his number that's going to come up, I don't know. Gray comes in field, gives it to Pearce on the edge of the area. Pearce, right hand side of the penalty area. He turns, dinks in a cross, headed away at the near post. Boateng tries to win it back for York City. It's clobbered forward by Ogbonna. Johnson slips as he tries to control it, but does well and wins the throw-in for City. Far side of the field.
Yeah.
That second goal as well for York City here today from Ollie Pearce. Guess what? It set another York
record?
City club record. The 10th consecutive league game York City have scored 2 goals in.
Wow.
A new club record. Obviously the record before today stood at 9. It happened on a few different occasions. But 10 games in a row where York City have scored at least 2 goals.
That's phenomenal at any level, isn't it?
City win today as well, or don't lose actually. It's a new club record for undefeated away games at 16.
Wow.
Beating Steve Watson's
Kitchen.
side.
It's flying.
Kitchen on this left-hand side. Amazing to think that Steve Watson's side had a record, and you think of the wretched years in National North. But they do. Possibly only until today, fingers crossed. As that ball spins into touch for a York City throw-in right by the corner flag away to our left-hand side. Goal for Crewe Alexandra. Crewe 1, Harrogate Town 0. Bottom of the Football League, Harrogate Town. Simon Weaver's troubles continue. About to lose their goalkeeper James Belshaw as well to Notts County, it seems. Throw in for City by the corner flag that Newby takes in the penalty out to Stones. He gives it to Pearce. Pearce can't get it out his feet, and they're going to come clear with it. All the way back it goes to Harrison Mail. And now City have it on this left-hand side with Kitchen. Kitchen comes in field, gives it to Batty. At the back, Johnson sidesteps his man well. He had to do as well because he was playing with danger there at the back if he got that wrong, but he did it really well. And now they can come forward. Gives it away Johnson, but he just finds Boateng. He's so fortunate.
Yeah.
He gives it to Pearce. Pearce to Newby on the left. Newby will run at his man. Eccleston takes him to the byline. Pearce Newby takes him out right on the edge of the box. Yeah, the referee blows. I think he's right.
It's close.
Newby fell in the box, but it was inches outside the box, and Eccleston gets the yellow card.
Yeah, I think the referee's probably he was right on top of it. That's what I will say for the referee. And there's no real complaint from York City players. So I think you've called it right, David. It was just, inches out of their box. A good play from City again, though. And Alex Newby in particular, he's having a real go at the defenders this afternoon, causing all sorts of dread for them.
So all sorts of York City players are a gaggle of players here deciding what they're going to do with this free kick.
4 of them over it, 5 of them over it now. Who's going to take it? Hunt fancies this, I think, you know.
We're about to find out.
What do you do here, do you have a pop at that near stick? There's a big gap there with the keeper moves.
It's virtually on the line, the left-hand side of the penalty area.
Because if you just plunk it into the box,
Hunt's over it. Batty's about 3 yards away, so he could open up the angle slightly by playing it to Batty. He'll lay it off back for him, or just hold it under his foot for him to try and whip on into the net. Let's see what he does here.
I think you've called it. Look at that gap at the near stick.
Oh yeah, there's a big gap, and that is what happens. Hunt now has the shot, cross goal, and it's the post at far side, and it falls out, and Ogbonna clears it. So fortunate, so close to a third goal for York City.
Great free kick from Alex Hunt.
Sent forward to Hunt in the penalty area. He can't take it down in his stride, but he will keep it in play by the byline. He's forced wide, is Hunt. Back down the line it goes to Kitchen, who skips away from his man. Kitchen, the edge of the penalty area, comes in field, goes back out wide to Hunt. Hunt again opens up that angle, and now it comes to the edge of the box, and he can't beat his man, and Sutton are able to clear it, but it's going to go all the way through to Harrison Mail.
Yeah, good play from Alex Hunt. Lovely free kick. It's just struck the post, the far post. I thought he was going for the near post, to be honest, but he's aimed for that far post, and so close to York City's third goal.
The referee then spots a foul and gives York City the free kick on halfway, far side of the ground. So they take quickly down the right. Stones back to goal. Tackle comes in on him, and it's a York City throw-in, level with the edge of the penalty area, far side.
Yeah, it's a much better performance from York City in the second half. It looks like Jeff King's coming on here, David.
It certainly does. King and Ollie. City take the throw-in. Attempted cross into the box, cleared by Tizard, and it goes all the way back to Callum Howe in the centre circle, and once again he will go back to his goalkeeper. Mail clears, looking for Ollie on this for Newby on this near side, with Ollie about to come on, possibly to replace one of these attacking players. Newby once more to Boateng. Batty. Boateng. Batty once more under pressure, skips away from his man. Hiram Boateng gets it and goes back to Johnson. Now across to Batty on the left. He gives it to Kitchen. Kitchen back to Howe. At the back, City have it. Ball forward. Ogbonna does well to track Stones, and he goes back and gives it back to his goalkeeper Sims. Sent forward. Boateng's going to pick it up and gives it to Newby. The 2 York subs still waiting down here on this near side, ready to come on as Howe has it. Next time the ball goes dead, the changes will be made. We're top of the league, we're on our way, sing the York City fans on the far side. So of course they are top of the National League. While York City are leading, they will be going top. Across it goes to Johnson. Johnson does well to skip past Harris. To the right hand side, gives it to Hunt. Hunt down the line to Gray, we've not seen much of today. Back to Alex Hunt, who slips. He's under pressure. At the back is Hunt. Got up and he gives it to Howe. Got away with that.
Yeah.
Now the changes will be made. King and Ollie coming on for York City. The return of Jeff King.
Yeah, well, by all accounts, he's had a good season down at Boreham Wood.
Well, yeah, 28 appearances for Boreham Wood in that first half of the season.
The Sutton United goalie's just collapsed on the floor. I don't know what's happened there.
He has, out of his penalty. I was if they're asking for a tactical timeout, they're going to make a double change as well.
Yeah.
So who's coming off here? Hunt is coming off. Is it Alex Hunt coming off for Greg Ollie?
I thought Hunt's done all right. The manager's obviously seen somewhere that he can improve.
Is it Hunt and Gray?
Yes.
Yeah, right, so that makes sense. Does King for Gray? That's a like for like. Gray hasn't been involved that much. And it's Ollie for Hunt, which is a like for like replacement as well, because he's been playing in that right-sided advanced midfield role, hasn't he?
Yep. Well, it's a chance for Jeff King to sort of reinvigorate his York City career if he wants one. The manager's giving him a chance.
Duameze is about to come on for the home side, and so sorry.
It sounds like a pop star.
It does, yeah. And so too is Kai Jennings, who's coming off here then for the home team. So Charlie Bell comes off. Jennings comes on for Bell in the centre of midfield, and Eze coming on for. Once the fourth official gets his board sorted, the goalkeeper is still taking a bit of treatment. He's coming on with Junior Eccleston. Duam Eze comes on for a debut for Sutton United. Again, he's another one born just around the corner in Malden, South London. Former Bolton Wanderers youth team man.
I'm sure, definitely no relation.
We're told he is no relation. Same part of London, same name, no relation.
Wow, let's see. Let's hope he's not as good as.
That's it.
I mean, let's be really honest.
I'm going to figure out he isn't.
He's got the hairstyle. He's a bit of a doppelganger.
He is a massive doppelganger.
Yeah.
He definitely has the hairstyle.
Yeah, he's got the surname.
But Sutton United, their press officer, says he is no relation. If anyone knows any different, feel free to get in touch at BBC York Sport. Mail clears for York City from the free kick. Looking for Stone. City leading by 2-1 here on BBC Radio York into the final quarter of this match. 71 minutes on the clock. Good play from Greg Ollie, who's just come on to block that attempted clearance, and he wins York City a throw in right by the corner flag in an attacking position far side of the ground.
Yeah, good pressure from Greg Ollie there. And you need your subs to get straight into these sorts of games, hopefully fully warmed up and make an impact.
Throw in taken. King gets his first touch now. There's a decent cross, comes into the box, headed away. He's going to fall to Newby. Takes the shot. Rebounds again. Second shot cleared off the line, virtually in front of the goalkeeper, and Sutton hack it clear.
Wow, he's been good today, Newby. You know, he didn't quite get the rub of the green there, but he's always been available. He's looked a threat.
Defenders down here as well. Tizard in the box. You'd be surprised to know the goalkeeper who went down off the ball is fine. Yeah,
he got up pretty much. Yeah, but weirdly, I think his idea of getting a tactical.
He wasn't paying attention to what was going on, was he? 'Cause there was 4 subs being made.
Yeah,
he didn't need to go down.
No.
So Tizard's going to require a bit of treatment here. The man who opened the scoring for Sutton United, the centre back. He's cleared the drum away to our right hand side with the Sutton United supporters. Singing something about the Football League. They're a long way back from getting back into the Football League this season. Steve Morrison sacked a couple of months back after a really disappointing start to the season. They did get that point though at the LNER on the opening day. It wasn't a bad performance by York City that day, was it? It's a game they should have won.
Yeah, I think City probably, we came away thinking that was points lost, didn't we, that afternoon?
I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The minute looking at the league table, points against anyone outside the top four is
no, but I mean,
points dropped.
The
we thought at the time
yeah,
as
the
well.
performance felt like we should have won the match, but we couldn't.
So throw in then to York City. Kitchen takes to Boateng. Kitchen gets it back. Back to Johnson. That goal today for Hiram Boateng does mean that I know Zach Johnson, he's only just got here, so he hasn't really had many opportunities to score a goal. Dan Batty, of the regular outfield players now, is the only one not to have scored a goal this season. No real surprise there.
He's had a shot.
He's had shots. He's actually had a shot on target. There's a question for you.
That sounds bad because he's a super player, isn't he?
He is.
A lovely player. His delivery, his use of the ball is so clever.
He should score goals though.
Yeah, but he dictates play, doesn't he? He's much deeper midfielder most of the time.
One with one promotion with 3 or 4 games to go and City get given a penalty, we should let him have one.
Yeah.
Over the top of City onside they are. Pierce takes it around the goalkeeper. He's fouled by the goalkeeper. Penalty. He's giving it the other way. Pierce is going to be booked for diving.
Really?
The yellow card's out already. Pierce is lying on the floor. I think it was. I think he knows. As he's tried to skip past Sims, he's tried to make a meal of that. And the referee's waiting. He's still lying down on his back in the penalty area.
There's no one really complaining.
João Alves having to go to the 4th official down here. So is Gary Elphick. So they're complaining.
Yeah, but none of the players.
Now he's getting up. He's not injured. The yellow card is shown to Ollie Pierce.
None of the players are, which is always a telltale sign. Except for Ollie Pierce, of course.
It's his first yellow card in the league this seson. Only his second. He apologised to the goalkeeper there as well, Ollie Pierce.
I wonder if he just couldn't get out. Maybe it wasn't a penalty he was after. He just couldn't get out of the way. Because we'll see.
You dirty northern something or other, they're shouting at Ollie Pierce. That's a bit unkind, isn't it?
It is.
The league's top scorer.
He's Southern anyway.
He's Southern, yes.
He's got that totally wrong, guys.
Very much Southern.
Although we're accepting him as a northerner now.
We do. I've not seen his dad actually so far. They'll be across the far side, won't he, with the York fans. We normally see him at away games and quite a few home games. Travels up every week in, week out. Let's have a look. So it was a long ball downfield. Oh, I tell you what.
Is it?
It looks more penalty on the replay than it did when I saw it, but it can't have been because the lack of complaints from the York City players. King's the nearest. He just literally runs away. So too does Greg Ollie, stood just behind him.
It does look like a penalty to me.
And the referee's come across here. Yellow card for someone on that bench for York City. I think that's for Gary Elphick for moaning at the 4th official. He's called the referee across. So the yellow card is shown to, I'm guessing it's Elphick on the bench. We can't see who it is who sat down, but it wasn't for João Alves or Stuart Maynard, who both stood up on the edge of the technical area.
I think Ollie Pierce getting a yellow card there. I don't think he's dived. You can, you don't need to get. If he's not diving, you don't give him a yellow card.
Goalkeeper Sims clears. Picked up by Njoku. Sent forward. And City go all the way back to Harrison Mayle, who gets under that clearance, doesn't reach halfway. In fact, it's a long way from reaching halfway. Boateng helps out at the back, gives it to Johnson. Johnson just side-footed volleys that forward. Sutton have it with Topolodge on the left-hand side. Tackle about to come in on Eze. Back to Topolodge. Batty trying to win it. Greg Ollie trying to win it back for York City. Can't manage to do so. And the home team have it once more with Eze in front of the York City supporters. Muller sent forward to Njoku. He plays it into midfield. This is a good move from Sutton now. They've got men over on this near side. Across it comes. Edge of the penalty area. They're going to run at Alex Newby. Newby trying to stop the Sutton man, and he's got a bit of help from Ollie Pierce, who gets back in as well, and it goes into touch for a throw-in. Ogbonna's come across this right-hand side from the left. Simper. Try something a little bit different. That's well worked at the edge of the penalty area. Round the corner it goes from Jennings to Eze. Eze's getting it out of his feet. He's into the penalty area. Eze takes the shot, blocked by Kitchen, and then Boateng, calm on the edge of his box, manages to work it away via Newby to Pierce. Back to Boateng, booted downfield. Tizard does really well, gives it to Jennings as Stone slides in, trying to block the attempted clearance. They have it again now at the back. Far side it goes to Topolodge. Back to Eze. Topple Lodge once more. Sims on the edge of his area there to help out if needed. Back to Muller. Muller now to this near side to Tizard. Sutton with a second wind, trailing by 2-1. 13 minutes to go, plus injury time. Ball forward. Ogbonna gets the better of Newby, but Newby does really well to get back in position, looking for the foul, and he wins the free kick. Well played, Alex Newby.
He literally did win the free kick there, Alex Newby. Really?
Oh, the yellow card because he's kicked the ball away as Ogbonna here.
Yeah, City, like Sutton, have got nothing to lose right now, which makes them dangerous. We've seen how they can attack with a bit of freedom, and they do have a go. City has got to be, just keep composure, keep the composure, follow your men, and if you need to put your foot through it.
Stuart has disappeared down the tunnel here. He needs to go use the facilities.
It's a good it's a hard working City side this afternoon. They really are working the socks off for each other.
Stones does well to win that header. Couldn't do much more really. Sends it forward. And Sutton have it on the edge of their own penalty area. Simper under pressure from Kitchen.
That's a foul.
And it is a foul, and the referee gives the foul. There's that Kitchen dumps the ground.
That was a swipe on Kitchen there. He's all right.
A bit of a swipe.
Yeah.
Referee just having a word and making sure Dambati takes this in the right position. Referee blows his whistle, so this is about 15 yards inside the Sutton United half. Left of centre, he'll send it forward. Now, into the penalty area it comes. Good angle on it, headed clear by Sutton. Only as far as Ollie, can't control it. And this time it's cleared long, but they've sent everyone back out defending. So King can give it back to Harrison Mail. And he gets it back as well, does Jeff King. Back it goes to Harrison Mail once more. And he clears downfield. Down this left-hand side for Newby. Newby, edge of the penalty area. Across it goes to the far side to Jeff King. Jeff King at the edge of the D. He's clipped. That's a free kick to York City. So this is right on the edge of the D. Right of centre. Too close to have a direct shot, Ian Dunn? Or do you think they'll have a pop?
I think they'll have a pop. You've got to have a pop here because there's no space for any movement.
Who's going to have a pop? Jeff King, we know he likes a free kick. I think he scored for Boreham Wood from a not dissimilar position a couple of weeks back.
That would be a story, wouldn't it? On his return to York City. But I've got a funny feeling Ollie Pearce... Is Ollie Pearce over?
I don't think he scored for York City, did he? Jeff King last season.
Oh.
Yeah, what a story this would be. He's over it. Newby's over it. Boateng's over it. Pearce wants to have his two penneth and then walks away.
So Ollie Pearce has been voted off.
Batty's not going to take it.
Newby's fancying this, you know.
Newby's fancying... I reckon it's a Jeff King, you know.
I mean, what a story.
Boateng's standing over it, so I don't think he's going to take it because he's literally standing over the ball. King is the nearest to be in a position to take it. You're right, though. Maybe Newby. What have they got up the sleeves here for York City? A big, big wall from Sutton United. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in that wall. Goalkeeper can't have that great a view, to be honest. There's the whistle. Here comes King. King takes it, hits the wall, rebounds back to the edge of the box to Boateng, all the way across the penalty area. It comes across this near side. Batty can't get there, and he lets it go into touch. That'll be a York City throw. Well played, referee. Ogbonna took his eye off it and let it go over the whitewash.
Yep, and well played, Dan Batty. Closing the man down and winning his team another throw in. City with a nice little prolonged spell of pressure here.
Yeah, third goal you would think kills this for York City.
Yeah.
Newby, back to Batty. Batty, long crossfield ball up towards the edge of the area. Ollie's not going to win that in the air though, and he doesn't. In fact, man who heads it down manages to get a second touch on it, and it goes back to Sims and he clears. So City leading by 2-1, 8 minutes plus injury time to go here on BBC Radio York. Another double change about to take place for the home team. Boateng to the right hand side to King. King thought about putting a first time cross in, but he comes in field with it, gives it a little give and go. Ollie though goes back to Boateng. Boateng back towards halfway. gives it to Batty. Bit of composed play now from York City as they give it to Callum Howe, and Howe will go all the way back to his goalkeeper.
Yeah. And City keeping that ball, using it well at the moment.
Mail gets it once more, and then he clears. That's not a great clearance though from Harrison Mail. Again, it's skewed off his foot and he's gone straight to Harris, but that's poor from him. Then Batty over the top looking for Stones. Stones is offside.
Just when he's run too early there, Josh Stones. He totally intended the right thing. Greg Ollie was on the same wavelength, but just went a bit too early.
Here comes that double change then. Aaron Jones, a former Aldershot man, he played in that 7-2 defeat for Aldershot at the LNAR last season. Normally plays at right wing back. And then David Radari, the Swiss centre forward, also about to come on. It's the goal scorer for Sutton who comes off. The centre back Tizard. So that's a striker for a centre back. And Gary Elphick's out there with his flip chart, giving instructions for who's going to be picking up who for here from set pieces.
Yeah, and that's going to be important because Sutton, I think you'd imagine, will start launching the ball into City's box, looking for set pieces, looking for corners.
And Harris is the other man who comes off. Jaden Harris on a yellow card. Aaron Jones comes on for him. Play back underway. Boateng's going to win that back for York City. Feeds it forward. Pearce and Alex Newby, neither of them could get on the end of it, so it's the yellow shirts that send it down this near side. Up towards the edge of the York City box. Callum Howe wins that header. Batty tries to get in front of Ogbonna. He can't do so. It's the edge of the area. Simper takes on the shot, takes a block straight to Sutton man in the penalty area. Good block play from Kitchen. It goes behind for a goal kick if it goes behind. The referee's given a corner. All the York City players jumping around in front of the referee. It did seem to spin in an awkward direction as though it had taken some sort of nick, but he's given the corner kick to the home team.
It's so important that Mark Kitchen on his toes there to clear that danger.
They were through for a split second, weren't they, as the ball fell kindly to Simper on the edge of the area. Right, City have got some defending to do from this set piece. A reminder, this is how Sutton scored their goal in the opening 7 minutes. And it comes now from that far side into the centre. They've won the first contact again here, but it comes across this far side. Eze is going to have a shot. It blocks and hits the hand of Boateng. No real appeals, and it's cleared. Completely accidental, and it falls to King on the edge of the area now, who can try and come forward for York City. He's found himself on the left here, and then he's tackled. Bad challenge from Eze, yellow card.
Silly tackle from Eze, really. I don't think it was him, actually. It wasn't him that did the foul.
Well, he's the man who's gone into the book.
Yeah. The referee's got that wrong. He's given the yellow card to the wrong player there.
And I think we know Jeff King is a man of the dark arts when it's required.
Yeah. He's done well there.
He's done very well.
For York City.
I think the Sutton bench has saying to the referee, you got the wrong man as well. They've gone to the fourth official to claim that it shouldn't be an Eze.
It's actually number 17.
Jones has just come on.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Well, it was Eze definitely who got booked. Oh well.
Oh well, better fine.
You got the decision right. Just the wrong player. Free kick then to York City. How long is left? 4 minutes plus injury time. City 2-1 up, going top of the National League. Kitchen's hurt himself taking that free kick. Hobbles away. It falls to Taylor on the edge of the area. He gives it back to his goalkeeper. Is Kitchen okay here? He's hobbling. He's walking on one leg, and he's gone behind here for a corner kick. They've made a mess of that. Sutton at the back. In fact, they've just kept it in play and gone out for a throw-in by the corner flag. There's the food hut to our left hand side. It's almost on fire. Look at all that steam coming from it.
That's the first.
Is it steam or smoke?
I hope it's steam.
Kitchen looks he's still hobbling a little bit. I think he's trying to run it off. Whatever happened. Brooks is ready to come on though.
Right.
And they're taking the throw in. City have, and they haven't let him take the substitution. Pearce in the box. Not cleared yet by the home team. Kitchen tries to get in front of his man. He will do so. Edge of the area, Mark Kitchen across the right-hand side. Shot comes in. Good save by the goalkeeper as it was blasted towards goal by Jeff King. Goes behind for a York City corner, far side.
Great strike from Jeff King. Excellent play from Kitchen, who seconds earlier had looked
now
injured.
The change will be made. Brooks coming on for York City here in place of Alex Newby.
Yeah, so Ben Brooks getting a chance here.
Boateng, I think, is going to take this corner kick. Batty or Boateng are looking this way as if to say who should be taking this corner kick. I think it is going to be here on Boateng.
I missed who came off there for Ben Brooks.
It was Newby. He's gone off behind the goal. Near side.
He is, yeah.
Right, Boateng with his left foot Oh, he plays it short to the edge of the area. Here's King. Oh, got completely under it. No one on him. High it goes.
They must have worked on that pretty quickly, during the week, considering Jeff King has just come back to the team.
It just didn't have enough pace on it, did it? He had to wait for it on the edge of the box, and as he was being closed down, he's got completely under that, Jeff King.
Yeah.
Newby gets a big hug from his manager. Pat on the back, and York City won another free kick just inside the Sutton half on the right-hand side. They still lead by 2-1. Still unbeaten away from home this season. York City looking for the first ever win against Sutton United. Records broken every week, it seems, at the minute. Batty's over it. Boateng's over it. High line from Sutton. Batty sends it forward into the penalty area. Howe wins the header back cross goal and he's flagged offside. Poor. Yeah. Disappointing. Shouldn't be offside.
Not really. You know where the ball's going. Just a little look across the line to be sure you're not offside. And
they take the free kick quickly. Taylor to Jones. Now down this near side to Simper. Simper comes in field, gives it to Jennings. Jennings has to go back to Muller. Across the left-hand side it goes to Topolodge. He comes over halfway, forward to the edge of the York City penalty area. Sutton man throws himself to ground, and the referee's going to book him for diving here.
We've got 2 players booked for diving. Ollie Pearce was booked, I think, for diving earlier for the penalty. And now a Sutton player.
It's the striker and the joker. He's blown for a dive and he's not booked him. What is that all about?
And yet he booked Ollie Pearce.
Well, Ollie Pearce, he thinks, was trying to win a penalty. So is it different if it's not in the penalty area?
You tell me. I'm not. I have no idea. A dive is a dive, isn't it?
All you want to be referees. Should that make a difference whether it's in the penalty area?
Yeah. You're trying to gain an advantage, aren't you? Surely. So either way,
I know you can get a retrospective ban if you get someone sent off for diving in the penalty area. Stones has had his trodden on there by the centre-back Jones, but he's hobbled away from it. Free kick's taken. Pearce tries to block the clearance, so too does Ollie. Comes across this near side. Ogbonna does well to keep it in play, sent forward by Jennings. Onto the head of Callum Howe, slips as he's trying to head clear, so he doesn't get any distance on it. And then there's a pullback on Simper, not spotted by the referee. The fans are furious around us, quite rightly, because it was a clear foul, and City have got away with it. Into midfield it goes. Eze gets there in front of Ollie. Boateng misses his tackle. Pearce gets away from his man. Here we go. City on the march coming forward. Oh, it's a poor ball from Pearce. And he puts both hands on his head because he could have set Josh Stones away there.
Yeah, there's an opportunity there. If Ollie Pearce finds the right pass, Josh Stones is in.
Simper at the back. Edge of your seat stuff as we approach injury time. What numbers coming up on that board? Here comes the 4th official. 4, 5, 6. What do you reckon, Ian Jones? Come on, Ian Dunn, you've got 2 seconds to guess. 4, 6.
Oh, wow. I was hoping 4, clearly.
Throw in to Sutton on halfway. City think it should be their throw in. Stuart Menard definitely thinks it should be their throw in. Goes out of play once more again from Boateng. So 6 added minutes here on BBC Radio York. City leading by 2-1.
How long did you think?
I thought it would be at least 5, if not 6.
You usually say 6.
Well, it's been all the subs.
Yeah, true.
And the goalkeeper going down. That for those, and they're breaking 4 subs, at the same time. But it took a lot longer than just the 4 subs. Ollie down the right hand side, can't set King away. Taylor gives it to Muller to drive forward. Now onto the left hand side to Eze. He's in round the back on that left hand side. Sutton have got men in the middle as well. City trying to get men back. Eze still got it. In comes the cross. It's too deep. It's going to go behind for a York City goal kick.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. New York City.
There's been late drama here before when the only 2 times City have been here. City coming back from 2-0 down. There's Sean Newton comedy on goal at the far side. City scoring 2 late on. Yeah. And then, of course, last year late, was it John Lewis, I think, who scored a late equaliser for York City?
Yeah.
Both those games finishing 2-2. Be a real disappointment if this game finishes 2-2.
No, word it would. I think City have done enough over the course of the game. Maybe a tough start, but over the course of the game, I think they've been the better of the 2 sides.
Mail clears, Stones flicks on and almost gets on the end of it. Falls nicely for Boateng. Boateng across to Brooks on this near side. Gets the ball caught under his feet. He's tackled. Kitchen's there to provide cover and clear down the left hand side. Boateng is beaten to midfield. Oh, that's a dive. Taylor's got one there off the referee. I don't know if he had in the back of his mind that he made a mistake not giving the free kick a couple of moments ago, but that was never a free kick.
No, No, referee's fallen for that one, and he gives.
They've taken it quickly to Simper. City got everyone, all 11, back on the edge of their own penalty area. 10 outfield players plus the goalkeeper. Simper to the edge of the box. Sutton try and clear. Brooks hits the back of his own man. They will now hack it clear through Greg Ollie. Everyone back defending. It comes back to Taylor. He should send it forward in the centre circle. He goes to Eze on the left-hand side. Eze. He's got Topolodge outside him. He's going to drive in field. Ollie needs to try and stop him. He gets past Ollie. He gets past King as well into the box. Into the box, then the tackle comes in, and Pearce, that's a sliced clearance away as well. Almost caught in the area again. He could have gone down. And it falls all the way back to Sims. Can Pearce get there on the tackle? He couldn't go in for the tackle because he's on a yellow card, of course. Simper in the centre circle. Sends it out to this right-hand side, intercepted by Brooks. Back forward again to the edge of the box. City still, everyone back behind that, defending for their lives, trying to hold on to this 2-1 lead. Jones puts it into the middle, not dealt with yet, and then it's hacked clear by Johnson, just gets height on it, no real distance, clears the box just about. Ollie, he's tackled, it's going to fall to Boateng does well, should win a free kick as he puts it into touch on halfway. I thought he was caught late, the referee thinks he's trying to buy a free kick, doesn't give anything. Halfway through, cheat, shout the Sutton fans in front of us. We've played half of the additional 6.
It's fine, Boateng, it's fine. Get up and get on with it now.
Sutton come again on the left-hand side with Topolodge. Got Eze down the line. Topolodge is forced back to Taylor. Taylor sells Stones the dummy. Eze again. Going to run at Jeff King. Eze across this right-hand side. It comes to Simper in a crossing position if he wants to put it in. He keeps hold of possession. Simper. Number 8 on his back, 8 goals to his name. Got 2 men trying to stop the cross. Can they stop it coming in? Can Brooks stop him? He puts it into touch by the corner flag for a throw-in.
Yep, nervy moments now for City. Sutton are just going to throw everything forward.
Into the final 2 minutes of additional time. Still City lead 2-1. And it's going to be a long throw-in about to come in from this near side. Topolodge, and it comes now into the York City penalty area. One at the near post, but flicked back towards his own goal. Still not cleared. Off the head of a York City player, virtually on the line. Still not cleared. Davide tried to send it forward there. Radari still not got much distance there, and it's picked up by Pearce on this left-hand side. Now Brooks sends it down the line. Has that gone into touch? It does, and that'll be a Sutton throw halfway inside the York City half. How long's left?
Not long,
70 seconds.
Yeah.
A goal for Harrogate Town, late equalising goal for Harrogate Town, away to Crewe Alexandra. A bit of life for Simon Weaver's side. Simper sends it forward, that should be through to Harrison Mayle, and it is. He runs into Mark Kitchen. Kitchen gives him the both fists up, says good goalkeeping, and he gives York City a bit of breathing space. Here we go, final 50 seconds. Mayle clears long, all the way downfield. Is that going through from one goalkeeper to the other? It is, just about, on the edge of his box. Sims bowls it out on this right-hand side. Jennings down the line to Ogbonna. Ogbonna can't get past Brooks. Good tackle from Brooks. That should be a York City throw-in as well, and it is. Well played, Ben Brooks. A young man playing at this level for the first time, and I always think he does pretty well for York City, does Ben Brooks, when he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, he's never let City down, has he? When he's come on, he's looked dangerous. He can whip a great crossing as well.
Down the line it goes. 15 seconds left. Does that come into touch? It has. He's thrown it straight out into touch. As soon as we give him a bit of praise, he does that.
Can't take a good throw in.
No. Pearce manages to clear for York City. Hooks it over his shoulder. Stones will try and keep it in on this near side and take it to the corner flag. Does it? Goalkeeper is going to get it though off the defender. Back it goes to Taylor. That's the full-time whistle. York City are top of the National League. I repeat, York City are top of the National League. They've won here at Sutton United by 2-1, thanks to first goal for the club for Hiram Boateng, and then Ollie Pearce. It has to be Ollie Pearce. No one can stop Ollie at the minute. York City have got all 3 points. They go to the summit. Ian Dunn, what an afternoon.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, it was a sluggish sort of start, but City had a different sort of challenge. They had a team actually having a go at them, getting in their faces. They worked it out, David. They hung on in there, and they worked it out, and they've ground out a really, a vital win. And when you've got a striker like Ollie Pearce in your team, you've got every chance. But the rest of the team have got to take so much credit for the work rate, the attitude, the will not to lose, not to give in too easily. And I'm going to make a real statement here. Harrison Mayle's made 3 saves, 2 in the space of a minute. That that is as important as Ollie Pearce scoring that goal. He was fantastic with them saves, but really a deserved win, a hard-earned, deserved win for York City.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic match here as Harrison Mail. Everything he has been required to do, he has done brilliantly. As always, it will be Ollie Pearce that takes the plaudits. Hiram Boateng will get plaudits as well for his first goal. I thought he was exceptional in the centre of the park. City defensively shaky for large periods of that game, and it was Harrison Mail that saved them at that second half, in the dying embers of that second half, when they had quite a bit of pressure on their goal. A fantastic double save for Harrison Mail. It means it's finished here at Gander Green Lane. Sutton United 1, York City 2, as they go across to celebrate with their supporters on the far side of the ground.
Georgie Spanswick at breakfast.
Researchers have worked out when kissing began 21 million years ago.
Suppose there were nothing else to do, was there?
Exactly. Didn't have an Xbox. No Netflix. Monkeys do it. We do it. Well, not you and I.
No. Despite the rumours.
Yeah. The first kiss is always the most dodgy, isn't it?
I actually do remember my first kiss. It was kind of like, not an organised thing, but it was very formal. She was my girlfriend at the time.
You put it in the diary? Today we will be kissing.
Georgie Spanswick at breakfast. Weekdays from 6. Just ask your smart speaker to play BBC Radio York. Every game live and getting you closer to your club.
BBC Radio York Sport.
BBC Radio York Sport, Pete Spencer taking you through full time here. We've got some reaction from all of our featured games here on BBC Radio York Sport. We're also going a full time report shortly from Tim Steer, where I believe the full time whistle has just gone at Gresty Road. So we'll be across there and get a report on Crewe Alexandra against Harrogate Town. Full time though at Gander Green Lane, where it finished Sutton United 1, York City 2. Goals from Hiram Boateng, adding to an Ollie Pearce with his 23rd goal of the season, I think now. Harrison Mail with 3 fantastic saves in the second half. And York City do move top of the table as well. Just having a quick look there at the top of the table. So York City move top of the National League on goal difference, now level on points with Carlisle United on 55 points, but York City with a far superior goal difference, 38 goals now for Yorkshire City and just 19 for Carlisle United. Of course, Boreham Wood and Forest Green not in action today. All of the teams below York City now in 2nd, 3rd and 4th were in action in the either the FA Cup or the FA Trophy. We'll get you a run through the full-time scores very shortly here on BBC Radio York Sport. I believe they are still playing at the moment at Scarborough Athletic against Chester. Let's bring you the closing stages of Scarborough Athletic against Chester with James Fletcher and Darren Foreman.
We'll play the ball towards Murray Jones. Welcome to our York City listeners following the conclusion of their match. We're into the 95th minute. And it's Scarborough 1, Chester 0 as things stand. Murray Jones comes out to the middle of his Chester half. The goalkeeper whacks it away. Those in black shirts for Chester just staying forward now. Declan Weeks collects, right midfield position, crosses from deep. Waldron gets a flick to it. Connor Woods then tries to keep it alive. He stumbled over, somehow kept the ball. Maloney goes diving in as it comes now to Shrimpton. Back to Festus Arthur. He's got to just cannon it into the box. Doesn't get the cleanest of contacts. Green volleys away. This will go out for a throw-in, I think, in front of Jonathan Greening. Leak just keeps it in.
Yeah.
Leak, the centre half, doing whatever he can to send it forward. And Whitley catches it calmly and allows those in red to get out. Whitley has been a standout performer in this second half.
Yeah, kind of a really decent season. Came in, got crosses when his defence needed.
Booms it away. Free header for Leak. Those in red shirts now not interested in committing forward, as you would expect in the scenario. Green has got a header on the touchline. Courageously went into the 6th and final minute of the minimum added time. Thornton's header down. Comes to Waldron. Tier just wants to hit it anywhere away from his half, and they do so again with Green. Hangs in the wind a little bit. Allen, fast pace, trying to get there. Murray Jones to the right of his box just sweeps it forward. Header again from Jake Hull, and there's the final whistle. Well, Chester beaten after losing to Worksop. The pressure on Callum McIntyre now grows even stronger. But for Scarborough Athletic and their playoff quest, this is a magnificent seismic victory against the odds by many, I feel, as neutrals would feel. Chester was starting to get into a rhythm before being beaten by Worksop, but they've been brought back down to earth, and after today's results, Darren Foreman, 6 points inside the playoff places. They've won by a goal to nil.
Fantastic performance second half in respect of good application and also hard work. Wasn't the prettiest of games. Sometimes you've got to win ugly, and they certainly done that today. I think they played exceptionally well in the first 15 minutes of the second half, and like we mentioned earlier on, Warren Whitley with some fantastic saves to keep that clean sheet. Well deserved.
An ugly victory, but it's one the Scarborough Athletic fans will love. Before today, since Scarborough came back from the ashes in this 9th contest between these two, the previous 8 always had a stoppage time goal in the second half. Scarborough will be thankful it didn't happen again today. Callum McIntyre makes his way over to the sarcastic chants from the Sea Dog supporters to our right. Michael Ingham and Jonathan Greening, they clap. Callum McIntyre chirping away in return. He's an angry man. Scarborough, though, delighted. 2026 at home is a very joyous place again. Scarborough win by 1 goal to nil.
We have the North Yorkshire stories you might not know about.
Wow, this is just incredible.
There's fact, there's fiction.
The hidden history.
I just imagine smugglers hiding in alleyways.
Charles Dickens visited him on a tiny little lane off York Estate.
The eerie legends.
The knight's horse became spooked, and as he was falling, he looked back and the abbot was transformed into the devil.
The secrets.
What do you believe? Oh gosh, you got me on the spot there.
Secret North Yorkshire.
It's just magnificent, some of these stories.
Search Secret North Yorkshire on the BBC Sounds app and hit subscribe so you never miss an episode.
So, full time there at Queensgate Stadium between Scarborough Athletic and Chester, and a win for the Sea Dogs, the first win of 2026. Great to hear that reaction live on air from James Fletcher. We'll hear from the manager Jonathan Greening shortly. Also full time at Gresty Road between Harrogate Town away at Crewe Alexandra. What news, Tim Steer?
Full-time score, Crewe Alexandra 1, Harrogate Town 1. Harrogate Town picking up a point on the road, which lifts them off the bottom of the Football League. They will stay in the relegation zone, but it does put them 1 point from safety now after Callum Agius had put the home side in front on 61 minutes. It was a cross from deep on the right-hand side. There was a lot of discussion afterwards between players down that left side. Jack Evans, Warren Burrell, who came on as a half-time sub for Carl Jameson, discussing about who should have stopped that cross, how that cross should have been stopped, but it was a brilliant cross nevertheless, right into the heart of the 6-yard box, and Agius was there on the half volley to finish past Mark Oxley. And in truth be told, in the second half, Harrogate Town, it was a game of 2 halves. First half they were on top, second half they were very poor. They hardly mustered a shot on goal in the second half, and even when 5 minutes of added on time was indicated by the 4th official, I don't think many Harrogate Town fans, we certainly didn't think that Harrogate Town were going to find an equaliser in the end, because they only had 1 shot on goal in the second half. Until Reece Smith was played in the left side of the box. He dug out a cross right on the byline. He found Tom Curzons from about 8 yards out on the half volley. Curzons coming on as a sub in the second half, and he smashed it past the keeper into the top right hand corner for a first league goal for Harrogate Town in 5 matches in the 93rd minute of the match to ensure that Harrogate Town leave Gresty Road with a point. So it is 15 league games without a win for Harrogate Town.